Good evening, and welcome to another live stream with me, Edward from Games Tea, and I'm joined by 5 wonderful human beings on the entire planet that I know of, at least anyway. How are you doing, guys?
Too good.
Well.
All good.
Wonderful. I have been looking forward to this game for a while. It's been a while. Okay.
New art.
Some new art, possibly, yeah. And yes, there is also new art. Yes. A few announcements just before we get started. In regards to that new art, shall we say, the miniatures that you can see and the various art pieces that you can see dotted around the screen, and occasionally coming up from underneath me, have all been made in Heroforge. So many thanks to them for providing us with the ability to be able to use these pieces of art in the game. Don't worry, Jeff, there is new art for you as well. That'll be coming up in a moment.
Good. Yeah.
What else did I want to say? Oh, I am so not with it today. I am so not with it. Oh my god. Yes. So, many thanks to Heroforge. I don't have this at all. The virtual tabletop choice that we use in order to be able to play this game, in order to gather people together and play online, is Fantasy Grounds Unity, and you can see that cropping up underneath me down there, as well as also possibly later. Will depend upon what my players roll today. Tell you, Jeff. I'm going to turn that down a bit. There we go.
I was kind of hoping it would help you recap your focus.
No, it really didn't. God
It's
damn it, Jeff.
reverse psychology, but with
It
focus.
did not help at all. It just made it worse.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, where was I again? Don't you bastard?
You were
Oh yeah,
Heroforge, so
possibly going up, happening. Shut up, Jeff.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
Yeah.
Shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.
I'm gonna have. It's yeah, cool. It's just chaos. It's
I am
chaos.
trying to enjoy my match row.
No, it's just chaos. That's all it is.
Sorry
So,
for disturbing
it's just making me distracted completely. Everything. Well, yeah, right. Okay. What am I doing? I'm playing a game. Music. That's a thing. Let's go to music, shall we? The music which you can hear when it's not being covered over by my players trying to disturb me and everything, has provided to us by Sirenscape, Tabletop Audio, Ian Grimm, Felicity Studios, and Alexander Nakarada from Subtitle Studios. And many thanks to them for providing us with sounds and music that we can actually play and have on stream without any problems of royalties. There's the Fantasy Grounds Unity, Heroforge. Something else is probably I need to mention. Oh yes! Oh, for fuck's sake! Shut up! Fuck you guys! Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna turn that all the way down. There we go. And just talk over this. My players can hear it, so you can't, and I've just turned the sound off of my headphones so I can actually keep talking.
Sure.
With regards to announcements, Sunday there will be no DnD. Unfortunately, this is due to the fact that we are missing quite a few of the players, so there'll be no DnD on Sunday. But we'll do something else. I will still stream on Sunday, while my players just vibe to the music in the background.
now we do the wave.
Oh my god.
I did it the wrong way.
Oh my god.
I forgot it
jeez.
reversed.
I'm doing it perfectly. You just can't see me.
I'll be
I trust you on that.
There was that.
Enjoy my...
I'm trying to get this game started, but it's not working. We're gonna go to introductions and try and get my players to stop making around. Starting with the King of Chaos, Jeff, from Twitch channel Alhanjin. Please tell us a little bit about the character which you are playing today.
Well, Tafari is the group's wizard, so he's doing magic things, and he's had a bit of an interesting past. He's had some family here and there, but he doesn't mention them too often. He just tries to pop an announcement every now and then, just enough to keep the party interested, and have him freaked out a bit whenever it comes up. Yeah. And what else is there? Well, he we have indeed let him to drink, Sinead.
No, you have not. This is Club Mate.
And
not drink.
for the rest, well, he's just, he's a little bit chaotic, you know. He,
A little.
Just a little.
it's, he can either be the voice of reason or the voice of madness. And what else is there to say? His battle cry is for pangolin because he loves pangolins.
Yep.
He cares about nature.
Yeah, this is Tefari. Yeah, very much an aspect of Jeff. Very much an aspect of Jeff.
Yeah.
Below him, we have Neil from Twitch channel Immersion Diversion, who is playing Sykes.
Hello.
How are you doing, sir? And please tell us a little bit more about Sykes for us.
Hello. Yes, I'm Immersion Diversion. You can also call me Neil. I play Sykes, the Wood Elf Ranger. Rogue now too, actually. And I am searching for my family, as well as like some other things happening that I have no idea what's happening with that. So.
Yeah, love to find out more about that. Beside them, we have somebody also who's causing a lot of chaos today for some strange reason. Is Lydia from Instagram fame of that one, Lydia, who plays Janai. How are you doing, Lydia? And please tell us a little about Janai for us.
And Janai is still good as well. She's a fighter for starters, and in character, I think in general, a bit of a fighter. And she's a lavender tiefling lady with 2 swords, and she's ready to mingle. Recently, we've been having a lot of interesting mission, fighting some big baddies, and she's been drawing some conclusions about who can help her out in the world and who can't, and who are her friends and who aren't. And looking forward to finding out what she's willing to do for friends in the long run.
She's been going on a journey, yeah. She has been going on a journey. Above Janai and beside Tefari, we have Sean, who plays, I'm going to say, the most sane member of this troop. Farrell. How are you doing, sir? Please tell us a little bit about Farrell for us.
Well, Farrell is the -1 intelligent detective of the group.
And does amazingly at it, to be honest.
Definitely the most sane. But no, he was a sheltered child growing up in the forest, and friend came along and gave him an excuse to go out and adventure. And he's not looking forward to crossing the sea.
Indeed, we're gonna have to see how well that goes for him, depending on what happens today. And last but not least, we have Zelma, who plays the wonderful, the stern, the discovering herself, Illyria. How are you doing, Zelma? And please tell us about Illyria for us.
Hold on, let me swallow this piece of mozzarella stick real quick. Alright, so.
Hello there.
Where should I start? God damn it, Jeff. Alright, so Illyria is a failing. Was it fighter wizard?
Fighter wizard,
fighter
yeah.
Wizard. Yep, fighter wizard of the party. She is stern, serious, doesn't take bullshit quite well. Recently discovering her past.
You shall not pass!
Fast.
Oh, past. I thought it was pass. Sorry.
During a character introduction, though, for shame, Jeff.
All right, let me do
Yes.
this quick before Jeff.
For shame.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, let me do this quick before Jeff does anything else. Yes, she recently discovering her past and discovering a certain empire that's enslaving her race, aka failings and whatnot, and now she has deep resentment against him. There you go.
There we go. Nice and succinct. Yes.
Yay.
There was one more announcement which I did have to do, but I completely forgot about it during the announcements. And that is, if you have channel points, you can use them to influence the game, as well as also highlight a few messages or do a couple of sound alerts, which I may be removing for some reason or another sometime in the future.
You like it?
But yeah, I really do. I love you. I love you guys really. But you can use your channel points to unlock an insight check, a reroll, a advantage, or an inspiration, which you can grant to any one of my players and or me. Please, that would be quite nice. To perhaps help out our players, help out the game, possibly influence it in some way. We'll see what happens. But yes, without further ado, let's jump into tonight's session. Good, no sound, that's good.
Yep.
Previously,
First.
our players have been gathering themselves, finding it chilling, trying to just relax and recuperate after a very, very, very hard-fought battle and almost espionage-like mission that they had found themselves on, in which it culminated into the saving of the King Tordel, the King of Fall, from the machinations of her son, Prince Tordel, who, due to one reason or another, found his death at the hands of Tefari later on in a cell once we're trying to get all the information. And as such, our five heroes have been just relaxing, preparing, gathering things together before they head out on a journey across the oceans to the Empire of Bunalbral. During those preparations, and I had an interesting conversation, chats, renewal of friendship, renewal of familyhood, as it were, with a friend of hers called Chunai. Tefari met a family member who he presumed to be dead, and that conversation happened behind closed doors. So maybe we'll find out what happened. Maybe not. Who knows? Farrell has been trying to figure out how to try and find out a way to keep his growing copper tree plant from dying, or perhaps not growing. Illyria has been finding out more about herself, being getting to know a bit more about the land which she's going to go back to, which she is beginning to feel is actually where she comes from, perhaps. And Sykes has been doing, or rather getting under the feet of many, 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 many people within the dockyards of the city of Fall. To that end, Sykes, please can I have an investigation roll from you?
Of course.
Oh, I was about to
Good.
chime in. I want to do something real quick.
Yeah, sure.
After
time.
Sykes.
Okay. Heck yeah! 21.
Woo!
All you had to go on, Desire, all you had to go on was a half-torn note, of which half of it said, "Buried at the docks." So you have spent the good part of this week tearing up the docks, trying to find what on earth was buried at the docks, and eventually you find, in the very, very corner, almost in the outskirts of the city itself, where the city and the docks kind of basically peter off into the silt and wildland of the estuary. A very, very small iron-bound iron chest. It is buried not too deep, but very far out, hence the reason why it was so difficult to find. And it is locked and cannot be opened in any regular means. Because you do not have a key.
These tools?
You can certainly try. Do you have these tools on you?
I do. Wait.
Go for it.
Actually, no, I do, because I remember buying some when I went to make those traps, because I thought I needed them to make those.
Go for it.
But I didn't have the proficiency, but now I do.
Go for it. You can use these tools.
So, what is it?
This would be a dexterity check with your proficiency modifier.
Okay, so +3, and that is a 23.
Nice.
Fucking hell, a +7. Okay. The chest, this very small chest that you've pulled out of the ground, you managed to dig out of the ground, it has a very small, intricate lock, or at least it looks very intricate. Except you see that there's just a very small amount. Oh yeah, a small amount of jiggling, and oh yeah, there's a tumbler, and click. This was meant to be an intricate lock, but to your recently skilled hands, this lock just breathes open as though it was welcoming you to it. You open up the box, and inside is a very short dagger. It seems to be made of plain metal, and with a very simple wooden handle. Except on the dagger, you see what seems to be carved in very strange runes. What languages do you speak?
My abilities. There it is. Common, Elvish, Sylvan.
Okay, so you will not be able to read these runes.
Okay. Interesting. I am going to put. And you said it's like carved into the blade?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have a dagger on me? So I'm gonna take one of my daggers,
Mm-hmm.
put it back in the chest, take the dagger that I found, put it in my bag, close the lock, relock it, and put it back in the hole wherever I found it.
Okay, sure, fine. Go right ahead. There is now you've put one of your daggers in place of this dagger in a hole.
Yeah. So mark
All right.
dagger, and I'll just write in mystery dagger.
Sure, no worries.
All right.
Before I move the story on a bit, is there anything else that you guys would like to do?
Yes, I'm going to raise my focus.
Mm-hmm.
I want to buy 2 short swords.
Yep.
I am going to be selling the rapier.
Mm-hmm.
My trusty rapier that's been with us such a long time. And now it's time to get rid of it. And I want to buy a pearl at least worth 100 gold.
Easily done. Easily done.
And then last... Oh,
Mhm. Yeah, carry on.
And lastly, I want to say goodbye to Sam.
Of course. You take the time out. Sam wasn't there when you arrived, but you found her at the docks, just peddling her wares. You took the time just to say goodbye, and wish her well.
This is the old lady?
Yes, this is the old lady.
Ah, well, we had expressed some sort of desire to go see her, so would you have gone alone, or would you have taken someone with you?
Oh. It was a volunteer as a tribute. Or tribute,
I'm still at the docks, so.
That's true. Sykes is already at the docks.
Yeah. Docks, I guess she'll, have Janai tag along.
Sure. Illyria shows you to a small, wizened old woman. She has a shock of white hair, and the skin of her face is the skin that you can see of her face, and the wrinkles is that of somebody who has spent many years and many days at the docks, doing whatever. And her face the skin is very much weathered from the sun and the air and the winds that comes off the docks. And as you, Lyria, you approach. Oh, hello, Illyria. How you doing? Welcome. Oh, you brought a friend with you, I see.
Yes, one of many friends I have met during my travels.
Hello,
She's been very helpful. More ways than one.
Oh, wonderful. That's lovely to hear. Hey, I'm Sam. You can call me Sam.
And you can call me Janai.
Pleasure to meet you. Will you have a cup of tea? She just gestures. She gestures to a small table just beside her stall, which has a very small tea set on it. as you sit down, she pours out this very black-looking tea. Hands the pair of you a cup. Illyria, you know exactly what this tea is. Shania, this is a very unusual tea. When she pours it out, it is black as pitch, very, 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 very dark. But when you bring it up to your nose, you get a very, very strong. You get a strong smell of this cinnamon allspice smell, accompanied with the bitter smell of tea that you get. And then when you take a sip, you get the same tastes, the very, very strong bitter flavour that comes with very dark black tea, but also this very gentle undertone of allspice and cinnamon.
Nice.
It's a bit of an acquired taste for those who have never been north.
No, I can't say I have. Have you been? Are you from the north?
I was. Long time ago. Maybe Illyria can tell you the whole story one day. So, I was from there. Been a while and I don't really want to return anymore.
Right. Have you known each other long?
Well, she looks at Illyria. Just a short while.
Yeah, but we talked about many of things.
I'm glad you made a friend, Illyria.
She's the one that helped me a lot, especially where I originally came from. Many memories I have is thanks to Sam.
Well, thank you very much, Sam. Always good to see our friend being helped.
My pleasure. Are you all off somewhere?
Do you want to tell her, Illyria?
Yes. She kind of gives a very small smile and says, "We're going to. Is it called Boundish?"
The continent is called Barandesh, but the country you're going to is Bunalbral, or the Empire Bunalbral.
We're taking a ship to Empire Bunalbral.
Good lord.
Yeah, it'll be a journey, but it'll be worth it.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I've not heard from anybody over in Bunalbral in a long time. Yes.
Is there anyone that you know there that we could give a message to? Or bring back a souvenir for you?
You're a sweet one. No, there's not. There's nobody there anymore. Not for a long time. And she just looks up at you, Janai. A wee word of advice. Though, you might want to try and hide your horns and tail.
Well, what's wrong with them?
Hey,
What's wrong with them?
there's nothing wrong with them here. But when I left, all those years ago, there wasn't too much good being perpetrated for them. For people of your kind.
Oh. Like prejudice or social things?
Well, I managed to get out just in time. But it wasn't good. So we say there are a couple of lynchings.
I do not know this word. Lynching?
Lynching.
Lynching! Oh, I do know that word.
Yes. Just be careful while you're out there.
Okay. Lyria, can like a good cloak? We should go cloak shopping after this. I need a big hood.
Yeah, sure. If I did come across a tradesman who's selling some cloaks, so we could
Okay.
easily find one.
Yeah, let's do that. I do not want to be part of a lynching.
Don't worry. Even though we have our differences, I'll make sure you don't get lynched by a mob.
Thank you.
Does that mean we get a new Janai outfit?
I guess.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. All right. So you eventually finish your tea, MK, and say your goodbyes and take your leave of Sam. A cloak large enough to cover your horns and obscure your your person will probably fetch you in the reason about a couple of gold pieces.
I'll mark off a couple of gold pieces.
No worries. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do? Yeah, carry on.
Also, GM, I'm not continuing this. How much did she sell for the rapier, by the way?
Oh yeah, I was just looking that up actually. If you'll give me a few moments. I think it'd be like 10 gold pieces probably. But let me just double check it, please. For a moment. Okay. So the rapier, you'll if you sell the rapier to your blacksmith, he doesn't really need the weapons. So he'll basically say, okay, fine, I'll take it off your hands for 12 gold pieces.
Illyria's not much of a person in terms of material needs, so she'll gladly take the 12 gold coins.
Okay. 2 short swords will cost you 20 gold pieces.
Yep. Definitely.
Yep. And obviously you do eventually find a tradesman who's able to sell you the pearl of 100 gold pieces.
Yeah. All right. I already did the math, so I got 49 gold left.
Nice. Anything else that you guys would like to do before we advance?
I actually, well, if I were to sell some stuff, like I got quite a few things to sell. How much could I get for like if I were to sell like leather is 10 gold normally to buy, and I've
okay.
got sorry, yeah.
In order to avoid this turning into a shopping episode, which could end up being, if there's a load of stuff that you want to sell, let me know what it is. I'll work it out and then let you know how much it'll be.
Okay, I'll message you that. But I just want to get the only thing I'm going to buy then is I'm going to buy basically this is just stuff that I'll put on the ship because the ship is open to walk on too, right?
Yeah.
If we need to get equipment and put on there because we're going to be out there for 2 months.
It depends upon the equipment that you want. If you talk to the commander, it might be a case of that he'll already have it on the ship. Depends upon what you want.
Okay, I guess I'll go talk to the commander of the ship then.
Sure. You eventually find Commander Garrick. He's busy supervising the loading of some boxes which look to be filled with fruit and vegetables. And as you approach him, all right. I don't know your name, and I don't particularly care what to know what it is. I just know that you're part of Scarlet Guard. What do you want?
I just want to know if you've got any particular types of equipment, like weapons. Like, what kind of weapons do you have on the ship?
What do you want to know?
I'm a hunter, and if I'm going to be out for 2 months, I'm thinking maybe some bow hunting in the water.
We've got some bows.
Okay, I'm going to ask more like anything bigger than fish, so maybe, like, do you got spears?
We got those too.
Okay, cool. Good to know. That's what
this is a military vessel. We've got weapons.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Good to know. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you.
All right.
And he just turns his back on you.
Okay, cool. And then, yeah, so I guess the spears is one of the things I was going to buy. I was going to buy like 4 spears and put them somewhere. But, yeah, if they've got spears, cool. And then I just need to buy 2 months worth of tobacco.
Sure. All right. You can. That'll set you. You basic. The tobacco store or the place that you eventually find that'll sell you that much tobacco, you basically empty them for that boat.
Go into different shops for all of this.
You eventually sort of go to different shops and different places that sell tobacco, and that'll set you back about 10 gold pieces because it's a lot of tobacco.
Okay, so along with all the stuff that I end up selling, I'll end up buying the tobacco with the stuff that I sell too. So.
Yeah, that's fine. But do let me know what it is you want to sell, and I'll tot it all up.
But that's all.
Alrighty then. Anything else that you guys want to do, or shall I move things on?
I'll just be looking on the docks for Sykes.
Okay. Should I?
Oh, I wanted to take Farrell to go the morning after I hear that the woman from the apothecary has returned safely.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to take Farrell on a little sort of field trip to show him about how to take care of sick people and how to be nice to people who are recovering from something sad.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
That's cute. You spend
depraved and terrible things, but I will also teach.
You'll teach him some nice stuff as well. Oh, that's very cute. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you eventually do. You spend a pleasant afternoon doing it. Spend it wandering around the town and helping out the poor and needy.
Well, no, actually, I just wanted to go see the lady from the shop.
Or go and see the lady from the shop. All right, fine. So you head.
Her sort of.
All right, so you head to George's Fantastical Emporium. The door swings open. There's a ding 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 as the bell opens, and from behind a curtain, "I'll be there in a moment."
Is it her voice?
It's her voice. It's her
okay,
voice. Let's see. But Farrell, you do recognise the voice. It just sounds a little bit more husky and hurt than it was done before. But Shania, this is the first time you've been to this place, and as you look around, you can see that the shelves are just lined with herbs and jars of weird fungal things and powders, and a couple of jars of organs that you probably don't want to look too closely at.
I will look too closely.
You will look too closely. Okay. You see in one jar you see this sort of. It looks like an egg sac, except it's sort of very strange greyish white oval sac, but attached to it there seems to be sort of this veiny structure, and you see this very stringy, sinuous like stuff. And best description I'm going to have just get the description I can give of it, but this stringy sort of stuff that sort of hangs above it almost in one jar. And in another jar you see what appears to be this very, very extremely long fang that's just floating in this jelly-like liquid. In another jar, I can keep going if you want me to. Okay, you just enjoy this. In another jar, you just see this what appears to be this. Looks almost like intestines. It looks like intestines, except that they aren't full. There's this shriveled, stringy viscera that just floats in this.
Sort of tap the jar for a little bit.
There's no reaction.
Okay.
It just gently floats in there, cool. And then in another jar. Okay, cool.
That's enough.
That's enough visceral descriptions.
3 hours of you describing jars. Bring it.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. But eventually, Annabelle appears behind the bar. She looks drawn. She looks very, very drawn. She looks very tired, almost exhausted, as it were. And she pops out from behind. Right, hello. It's been a while. What can I do for you?
Oh, nothing. We just wanted to see how you are doing, right, Farrell?
Yeah. We saw how hurt you were. We wanted to come check on you.
Actually, we brought you something, didn't we, Farrell? Go on, give her the thing.
She looks at Farrell expectantly.
What did we give her?
Oh, you improvise that, man. It's. What would Farrell have bought at the market to help a sick person out?
I hope you bought it because I don't have any money.
Oh no, I would have encouraged you to pick out what you wanted and then bought it for you.
Okay.
Bought a yacht.
You'd have given her like herbs and spices, thinking that they were like remedy stuff, but they're actually like cooking food and stuff.
All right, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely fine. She takes them from you. It's like, well, thank you very much. I'll add those to the pile. And she heads out into the store and then just starts putting the different herbs and spices you've given her into different locations on the shelf. Well, thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
Oh, I also
Oh.
forgot. I have an herbalism kit, so I can actually, yeah, Feral already can actually do some of this stuff.
Oh, good. We thought it might be better kind of spice to your life than the one you've recently been having, yes?
Yeah.
Well, it was an adventure. Let's put it that way. And an adventure I'd rather not have again, if you don't mind.
Oh,
We're ready for another adventure.
Do you, Yeah, maybe I shouldn't ask that. That'd be bad.
Are you saying this out loud, or is this out of
No,
character?
I was gonna say it's like, do you have anything that we could have, for helping you? But
Oh God,
Farrell's-
no.
That's a mean thing for Farrell to ask. Now, if I was Tafari,
You would?
You were.
Do you want to?
no,
I'm not gonna stop you.
That's a little too out of character for
Yeah.
Farrell.
Okay. Cool.
All
right.
But yeah, he just smiles and he's like, I'm happy that you're doing okay.
Well, it was certainly an interesting experience, and I hope not to have again. Is there anything else that I can do for you, or are you just coming for a visit?
Just coming for a visit. We're headed out soon, actually. Well, we're heading very far north. Any supplies you need from there that we could get for you for a small fee? Well, we're heading there anyway.
I'd like to know where you're going so I can help you out.
I think we're going to Bunalbral first. Don't worry, I'm hiding.
I won't ask why. That's probably not a good idea. But, well, and she gets this sort of mischievous look. She gets this sort of mischievous look on her face. While you're there, could you get a drop of the Icarus cactus?
The Icarus cactus. Notes. The Icarus cactus, okay.
Aye.
A drop.
Always
so
on
you gotta
fire.
Squeeze it.
No, you don't want to squeeze it. I mean, just get yourself a piece of the Icarus cactus, or a cactus that's
alright.
called the Icarus. Get a wee piece of that. I could do a little bit of it. I could do some fun things with that.
Okay, any sort of price you're willing to pay for that sort of thing?
Well, that one, you can have that one for free. You can get me that one. I'll make you something fine.
We like some big fun, don't we, Phil?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Also, if there's cactus growing there, are they safe to eat and or drink from? In case if anything happens.
Well, hang on a more. And she heads back. She heads into the back. Let's just see if she has anything in the back. Oh bloody hell, she actually does. And if it, you hear a rummaging. Where the gods did I put that freaking book? There it is. And she comes back. She with this sort of very very small leather bound book. She's sort of flicking through it. Here. Okay. Well, to be honest, most of the cactuses you don't want to drink. Don't just if you see a cactus, don't touch it. You'll probably get some hallucinations or possibly die. Don't know about that. Although if you see the big tall one that looks a little bit like a chimney, that's okay to drink. That's okay to drink from. You can eat that one too. That's not too bad. If you're in the forests, don't Don't go licking any of the vine leaves.
Okay, no licking the forest. Check.
To be honest, just don't eat anything there. Really, to be honest, it'd be safer if you took your food with you. But if you have to go searching, just be careful. Most things will either poison you, kill you, or give you hallucinogenics and then kill you. So just try not to do anything stupid.
Bunalbral has some
going
very
there?
dangerous plants.
And this Icarus cactus, it's not going to poison or kill her?
As long as you don't ingest it.
Okay, what's it look like?
Well, what I've got here, it's a flat cactus.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's going to help you or anything, but basically it looks flat.
Like one of Tefari's pancakes.
Yeah. I don't know who's Tefari and what his pancakes are like, but I know what pancakes look like, yes.
Okay. Alright, so pancake cactus. Alright. Just a normal sort of green cactus color.
Oh, and avoid the spines.
No touching the spines. Good, thank you for telling me.
Are they poisonous or they just hurt a lot?
Well, the spines also contain the bits of the cactus in them, so if you get pricked by them, you'll likely get that into your bloodstream, and that's not going to be very good.
Define
Alright.
not very good.
Well, I've never experienced it, so I don't know. But
Oh.
the notes I got here say hallucinogens and possible death.
Ah!
Mm.
Well, I'm putting that in my mental notes as well.
Some people would probably pay good money to actually have that poked into them.
To die?
Well, for the hallucinate.
Well, you'll have to thin that a lot, actually. Is that what you're going to do with it?
No.
No.
Oh, for them? I would hope not.
No, I mean Annabelle.
Right, she knew who you were talking to. No, I'm not.
Well, good. Maybe. Hmm. Okay, thank you.
Alright, see you later. Lovely to see you again.
Yes,
I think-
good.
Alright, so you can take your leave. Okay, so...
I muttered to Farrell, like, what did she mean with I think?
She's still just, her head's, just still, she's like dizzy,
Oh.
probably.
Yeah, probably.
Alrighty then. So, the end of the week arrives, and it is time for you guys to all board the vessel. As you arrive at the docks where the ship has been moored for the past week in preparation for the departure, you are greeted by the very stout, hearty-looking figure of Commander Garrick. And he looks at the five of you. Beside him, you see a tall human wearing very similar blue uniform clothing, although he doesn't have the same gold banding around the sleeves. All he has is just a very simple gold-like thread that goes around one shoulder. As he approaches, as the five of you all approach. So, right, now can actually welcome you all to the MS Flying Horse. Thank you very much for coming aboard. This is my ship. This is a military vessel. I'm the commander of the ship, so if I say jump, you say how high. Got it? Good. Now,
Oh, sorry. Go on.
you're one of those fellas. Great. I've got a joker on board. Fine. It's a 2-month journey to... Yeah?
Illyria salutes to the. I'm assuming this is the admiral, right?
This is the commander
I
of the
just
ship.
got back.
This is commander of the ship, yeah.
All right. She does a salute.
He salutes back, but not in the same way. The salute he gives is just a very simple fist to the head. What? Not literal fist to the head. Right. So, It's a 2-month journey to Bunalbral. That means that you'll be keeping yourselves occupied. I don't expect to have to occupy the 5 of you. You are visitors, so occasionally you are allowed to come and talk to me. If there's a dinner that I'm hosting, you're most welcome. Consider this an open invitation to any of the formal dinners that I occasionally hold on board, as my privilege is due to my rank. If there's anything else you want to do, you want to help out the crew, you're most welcome to. I really don't like doing this, but if you want to learn how to sail, find somebody to help you out. If the crew is busy, don't interrupt them. If you don't know how to sail, stay out of their way. If there's a storm and I say get down below, you get down below. Don't stay out top. Any questions so far?
Yes, where would the tanning area be? Because I've brought my nice bathing suit and I'm trying to work on my tan.
He just gives you this long stare. You're the mage. Got it. I was warned about you. There is no tanning area. If you want to get a tan, just stay out on deck. If it's sunny. Oh, God help me. Anyways, any other sensible questions?
How many decks are there in this ship?
That's a very good question. There are 4 decks. There's the upper 2 decks, the ones you can see, and he turns back to point at the ship, and you can see that on the long ship that there is, you can see at one end is a raised deck, very much above the main deck, and then the bow of the ship is another raised platform. There's the upper decks, there's the main deck, there's the storage deck, and then there's the bilges down below. If you don't want to get your feet wet, don't go down to the bilges. Any other questions? No, good.
Yes.
We'll move on. Oh,
Yep.
Right. What?
I have some druid magic. I can help with like finding out how the weather is going to be for the next 24 hours.
That might be useful. That might be occasionally useful. It's only 1 day though, and we're on a 2-month journey, so it's likely to change, and can change pretty damn quickly.
True.
We are at the mercy of the weather and the sea here, so.
Okay. Well, if you ever want to ask, just let me know. I'll be glad to help.
Can I look around to see which of the crew members are currently listening to the speech? Sort of what the vibe is in opinion towards this individual.
Roll a perception check.
All right. Skills.
Come on, I believe in you.
Perception.
Yep.
What?
Oh,
16.
nice.
In terms of crew, there doesn't appear to be that many around. They all appear to be on the deck, on the ship itself, either out of sight or are busying themselves with the preparations for the final departure of the ship. The gentleman who is beside the commander, in the slightly less grand looking uniform, is just simply standing to attention and is busily not looking at any of you, nor looking at the commander.
What is he looking at?
He's doing that case of standing relaxed but looking straight ahead, and if you sort of move in front of him, will studiously ignore the fact that you are moving in front of him and will just continue looking straight
He's just
ahead.
looking past you. Yeah.
He's basically looking past you. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Don't like that guy. Any women?
Oh yeah, there are some. There are
Alright.
some that you can see. Yeah.
Any
Well.
cute ones?
You'll have to get on board to see. You'll have to get on board.
All right. Let's go.
Right, well, if there's no further questions, this is First Mate Goldman. He will tell you where and when you can go. There are a few places that you do not go to for your own safety. All right, First mate, can you please take over? I'm done with this shit. And he simply turns on his heel and starts marching up the gangplank.
When he's moving away, I would like to wave at him and tell him, "Bye, Steve."
He just completely ignores you and carries on walking up.
Bye, Steve.
The first mate turns to the five of you. Right, welcome aboard the Flying Horse. Yes, don't please let that get to you. He's like that generally all the time, but he's a good captain. He's saved our lives many a time. So, if he seems a bit brusque, that's just his nature.
That is very understandable, good sir.
Anyways, welcome aboard. Please follow me. And
Alright.
he turns on his heel and starts making his way up the gangplank. Making his way. This ship is a very long 4-master ship. She's a very very sleek ship though, and doesn't appear to be designed for. She appears to be very much designed for as a military vessel. When you step onto the main deck, the raised area at the front of the ship, which you can just see between all the rigging and the people moving around and the main masts, you can see just at the very very front of the ship what appears to be this hunk of metal with what looks to be like this almost very short fat chimney that seems to be pointing in a sort of angled upwards direction. And when you look back to where the main wheel of the ship would be, you can see behind them a similar sort of thing. Although this is obviously much higher. The sails themselves are this beautiful, glorious white color, and the sails are just being pulled down to catch as much as the wind as they can before untying the ship from the ports. You can see the ratings as they're moving around, pulling all the ropes to let the sails down. They are all dressed very very similarly in this sort of off-white kind of shirt with these sort of grey sort of trousers on. You do, however, see a few people dressed in what appears to be red coats. They are also helping out very much so, but they seem to have a different function among the ship. You don't know what, because it's your first time on here, but they appear to have a slightly different function upon the ship. Goldman leads you towards the back of the ship through a door and then down a flight of stairs, and then opens another door, and in that door, when you walk into the chamber, you see 6 beds, and they are all stacked up one on top of the other, and the room is quite pokey. It's quite a pokey little room. Definitely designed for sleeping and not for accommodation. And as he opens the door, the first mate turns to the 5 of you and says, "Welcome to the midshipmen's quarters. These, unfortunately, are going to be your stay for the next 2 months. If at any point you want to head around and look around the ship, you are most welcome to. As I said, as the commander did say, though, there are a couple of places you are not allowed to go to. One of those is the ammo storage. I will show you where it is. It'll be pretty obvious what's the ammo storage.
Yes, please show us.
Do not go in there, because if you go in there, we are under obligation and are obliged to kill you on sight."
That won't stop Tafari.
Not if they can't see me.
I would suggest, maids, that you do not go into the ammo storage. For your own safety, let alone the safety of everyone else on the ship.
Trust me, everyone else's safety on this ship is the last concern I have. These 4 people can confirm this.
Very true.
Sadly, yes.
Good to know. Yes, so the ammo storage is one place you do not go to. The bilges are another place that you do not go to. Namely for the fact that that's the bilges is the bottom of the ship, and we would rather not have the ship be sunk
Is that
by.
where all the sewage goes and stuff?
No, that's just the bottom of the ship.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Another place that you are not allowed to go. Well, you are allowed to go, but please do not do anything in that room. Is the storage of the ship, and the storage by that I mean food storage. If you do anything in there apart from collecting food, etc., we will likely have to court-martial you. You are guests on this ship, but you are also on a military vessel and therefore fall under the jurisdiction of the military laws. For now.
What about like a weapons storage? So like a I mean not the ammo obviously because you said the ammo storage, but
yes, weapon storage is nearby. Okay, if you'll follow me, and he leads you down a corridor, a very 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 short corridor before it then just opens up into this really really open space underneath this the main deck, and it's just a completely open space, except for the fact there are all these tables just lining along the either side of this space, and on the sides of the walls you see what appears to be hatches. Not sure what they are, but they appear to just be hatches all along the sides of the wall, and the entire space is just this open plan area. There are a lot of people moving around in this area, moving from place to place, picking up things and moving things to storage as well. He leads you through this area to what appears to be this sort of central staircase, and then down that staircase even further down into the ship. You get the feeling that you are now below the waterline here, and then along a very very short corridor to what appears to be two tightly locked doors. One on one side has two guards in front of it, and the door itself appears to be this wood iron door with three very very thick bars in the inside of it, in the door itself. And beside it you also see a similar door, but this is not locked. This is not guarded the same way the other one is. Goldman pulls out this very very thick iron key, chucks it into the lock and unlocks it, and then opens it up. And inside you see just a wall and several walls of spears, longbows, crossbows, swords. This would be the main weapon storage.
Do I see where he puts his key after he opened the door?
He keeps the key in the door.
Very good. I would like to stand in a place where I can look at the armory and also have a look and keep track of the key.
To give you a little bit more of an idea, the door of the armory opens inward. So do you want to see the entire armory, or do you want to see just a part of it?
Just a glance.
Okay, so alright. So let's just say that you're on the other side of the door, able to sort of poke your head in, but you can still see the door. This is the armory. This is where our Marines come to in order to be able to pick up the weapons they need in order to be able to fight or fend off any boarding actions that may occur. Hopefully that won't happen, but there is always the chance. We are, of course, sailing upon strange tides sometimes.
Good to know. I was asking the captain earlier, before we set sail, about if you guys had any spears, because I'm a hunter, and I haven't had a chance to hunt sea life yet. So, well, not sea life, but more like fish. Mainly maybe I catch us some fish and stuff. But it's an opportunity. I thought, I've got some rope, I get some spears.
Spear hunting sea life. Interesting idea. Well, there are spears there, and he points to one wall. You just see a row of spears there.
Okay.
There are spears there. I suggest you take maybe one or two of them, because that's all the spears we have. And
Okay.
every one of our Marines has one spear to them.
Okay, I've got some on me as well, but this, it's mainly in case I don't plan to lose any, but you never know what happens.
Of course, it's good to be prepared.
Yeah. All right, cool. And I'll grab 2 of those spears.
Sure.
Yeah.
He closes the door, locks it, and pockets the key. What do you want to do, Jeff?
I would like to make a
Tafari,
mental note of where he keeps the key.
The key he keeps. When he pulls the key out, he pulls it out of a very, very small pouch that appears to be tied to the side of his waist, and then reinserts that key into the same pouch and ties it back to his waist.
And is there like a leather string or something to which the pouch is attached?
Mhm.
Very good.
Yep, there is. Right.
Tafari will remember this.
I am terrified. I'm terrified about what you're gonna do, but sure.
Yeah, I have a feeling that this boat is not gonna make it.
We'll see. Is there anything else? The first mate looks at the 5 of you. So that completes the tour for now. When dinner has been announced, you'll hear the first bell. From that point on, but from now on, you are most welcome to continue exploring the rest of the ship until we get underway.
Quick question. So, like, you said, you obviously showed us where we stay. Is there enough room in there to kind of put our belongings in there as well, or is there a special room for that?
We normally expect people to keep their belongings with them. It depends upon how much you have.
All right, just making sure.
So, in that case, I bid the 5 of you a very pleasant day. I have to go and oversee the launching of the ship.
Sounds good.
He leaves you, the 5 of you, to
Good
your own
day.
devices. Anything you guys want to do before we leave?
Oh, we haven't even left yet. Okay.
No.
I thought we were
Yeah, no,
currently
we're still in
going.
the
All right.
port. That's why I said that we can like explore the ship before we shove off.
True. You know what? Sykes is just gonna go to the main dock or main area and see if there's like, see if there's a spot like maybe there's a barrel no one's using, and I can like tie it up to an edge somewhere. Put the spears I've got there so they're not in the way.
No, unfortunately. Every barrel that you check or you see unattended is either in use or is closed. So this is
Okay.
you get the impression as you were sort of walking through the ship and going to your places, you get the impression that everything on this ship has a purpose and has a place, and nothing goes to waste. It's a very, very efficiently run ship. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. All right. In which
I
case,
want to go and go to the bunks and claim a bed.
Done easily.
Fine.
Oh.
I'm gonna help people move things onto the ship. Because
Oh.
Farrell's a big boy and he's nice and helpful.
Farrell, you head out and you try and find somebody of imports. Just roll a perception check for me.
Perception will do.
Are these
Be
beds
real
or are they
slow.
hammocks?
1 sec.
These are beds.
Okay. As well as like a triple.
Oh,
bunk bed.
my gosh.
Wow!
Wow.
Oh shit! Wow. Okay. Well, with you walk out on deck. You just glance around, and there's the obvious. There's the main man himself, the Commander Garrick. He is up by the wheel, overseeing the launching of the ship from the dock. On the main deck itself, you can see the first mate Goldman. However, among the crew, you see scattered about the similar blue uniforms, the same as first mate and the commander, except these ones all seem to have a black cap on their heads. And none of them have that same sort of gold braiding or gold insignia on their person anywhere. But they appear to be people of a little bit more imports. And you'd go to one of them and offer your help, and he looks at you and says, "Well, Well, we've actually got everything on if you don't. But that's nice that you offer. You good at pulling?
Yes.
Perfect. Get on the end of that line and help pull. And he just points to what appears to be just a row of sailors. My brain went somewhere else with that word. Row of sailors there, and they all have this very very large rope in their hands, and you can hear them chanting to themselves, and every so often you hear a hey ho, and they all just yank the rope one way.
We'll go anywhere the wind is blowing.
Can you help out?
Sorry.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sure, no worries. And you spend the remainder of your afternoon helping out. Anything else, or shall I?
How much I can actually like pull, but like I know that my pull strength is like 2 times like the amount, because like as a furbog, I'm treated as a large when carrying or pulling stuff.
Nice.
Well,
treated
you
as whatever a large
definitely
creature
help.
gets. Yeah.
All right. Actually, just roll a dexterity check for me, please.
I want this to fail though so bad. That'd be funny.
This is less about you being able to pull. This is more about you having the rhythm to pull.
He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just pulling.
Yeah. So basically, what happens is you go to the end and you just start yanking this rope hither and thither, causing a whole great ruckus among the sailors. Like, what the? And they all look back at you. They say, "What the hell are you doing? Stop it! Get off!" And they stop.
I'm pulling.
The guy you previously spoke to just walked up to you and said, Whoa. I can see that you're new to this. When you hear them yell, hey ho, pull. It's a rhythm to this, alright? Do you know what rhythm is?
It's like drum beat music.
Exactly. When they say hey ho, pull. Got it?
I had a friend that had rhythm.
Have you got rhythm?
Yes, I was able to sing to his music once.
Nice. Right, fellas, get on with it. And they start singing the chants. They start singing the chants again, and then every time you hear that, hey oh, you get this. The guy in front of you just shoves basically the rope into your hand. You realize, oh shit, I need to pull now. So yeah, you spend the afternoon helping out. Is there anything else that anybody else wants to do, or shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put all my stuff on the bed, and I'm actually claiming the one above Janae. And then I'm gonna run upstairs with my longbow.
Okay.
Yeah, the bugs. Yeah. And so I'm gonna bring my longbow with a couple of arrows, and I'm actually going to see if I can I'm gonna ask around to see if the crow's nest is available to go to.
This guy, yeah. Right now it is available.
Okay. So I'm gonna climb up to the crow's nest.
Sure.
And I'm just gonna look as
Easy
far
enough.
as I can.
Easy enough, even easy enough for one of your dexterous nature.
To see if I can see anything.
Sure. You look out and you see the world in front of you. You see, well, for the most part. It's quite. It's you basically you see a lot of water, but since you are still at the docks for the moment, you also see the land. You also see the land around you, and from this height, you are able to now actually look almost over into the city of Fall itself, and you can see the main tall outcropping of the fort, and then it's like you're looking at this sort of weird pie segments. You can see where the poor district is. You can see where the nobles district is, and you can see where the the religious quarter is. It's all and also and the merchants quarter. It's this weird segmented place, which is something you knew of it, but you never actually looked down at it, and now you actually see it for real. It's a bit weird. It's a bit odd. And then just weirdly off center is the fort of the High King. Strange. It's a strange idea, but eventually you hear some sharp whistling from the lower decks, and very, very harsh yelling coming from the sailors. Is there anything else that you guys want to do before we cast off?
I just quickly fire my bow forward out into the sea. I'm judging how far my arrow can travel, and kind of like if I ever have to go up to the crow's nest to get
We're never leaving.
500 feet.
Never fucking leaving, are we?
And then I'm done. Then I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I just fire a bow and I'm like, okay, and then I go back down.
All right. Okay. Cool. Fine. Yeah. You are able. You fire off your bow and it flies 320 feet forwards, and then it disappears off into the water ahead of you.
Okay.
But eventually, there's harsh yelling and shouting and whistles coming from below, and eventually the ship begins to pull away majestically from the docks and pulls out into the open ocean in front of you. As you enter the open ocean, it's this weird mesmerizing. Well, for some it can be mesmerizing. For some it can be utterly terrifying. But you begin to leave the land of the continent behind you, the hegemony of Full, and it's just this open, vast expanse of sea all around you. It's just, and you in any direction you look at in one direction, it's just sea. Another direction, you just see another, just again this vastness of almost emptiness out on the ocean. Please, could I have from one of you a D8?
Ooh, should we start with Tafari and make our way left?
Yeah.
Or right?
Go for it.
It's a tree.
It's a 3.
Oh.
Okay. God damn it.
What?
Because you rolled that one, didn't you? All right. So
Port yet.
let's get some sea sounds going.
Day 1 sea monster.
Yes.
All right. This. There we go. You've been sailing for a few days now, and you're just glancing out out of the deck. You start to realize it can get this sailing log can get a bit boring occasionally, and certainly just looking out and just seeing vast emptiness does get a little bit monotonous after a while. Who's out on deck right now?
Me.
Sun's out there smoking, looking into the water.
Oh, by the way,
See if I can see it.
by the way, if there's anything that you guys want to do in terms of roleplay, please just step in. At those moments.
There's one thing. Well, there's two things actually. I want
Okay.
to do a little investigation on the King's ring I stole.
Ah, yes, of course.
The silver ring with the glowing green emerald.
Mhm.
And I would like to do that while I appropriate a chair somewhere, probably from the mess hall.
Oh yeah, easy
Rather
enough.
than just sitting on the deck with one of those reflector screens, just catching a little sun.
Oh my
my
god,
God.
why am I not surprised by this? Why am I not surprised by this?
You could-
There's a little bit of suntan lotion on his nose. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to get burned. You don't want to get burned.
You don't want to get burnt. No, you managed to. Those seagulls are not actually meant to be
a
there
lot
because
of gulls
seagulls.
for 3 days at sea.
Yeah,
Seagulls!
seagulls are not a thing that happens out at sea. That
We
does.
got burned tonight, boy.
Birds
I
of night.
killed them. They're not solid now.
That is bad luck.
But sure, you managed to acquire.
Bad
You managed
luck
to.
to kill a
A chair is
sea
fine, but you managed to acquire this sheet of metal somehow. Anyways,
Always
yes,
someone
you spend,
somewhere.
but you spend a little bit of time with this ring, and this ring, you get the sense from this ring that if you're able to attune to it, it'll help with regards to your ability to persuade and to inspire others. This is a ring of +1 charisma.
God.
Ooh, nice.
Oh God.
Also, Neil, shouldn't you look into your
No.
dagger
Um,
while we're at it?
Sykes
So, but
actually hasn't looked
but-
at it quite yet.
Do you want to attune? Do you want to attune to this ring, Tefari? Because if you attune to it, you'll get those. You'll get that benefit.
Not yet.
Okay.
I'll have a moment when we're with the whole group. So
Sure.
Yeah,
No worries.
Sykes would be trying to look at the dagger, but then whenever I have to, concentrate and look at this thing, I would lose concentration because I'd have to go for my smoke because of the nauseousness of the moving of the water.
Oh, okay,
I'm just-
right.
I can't concentrate on it, so I just
That's fair.
gave up on trying to figure out what this thing is for now.
That's fair.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Farrell's staying
yeah.
completely below deck because being above deck makes him nervous because he's so used to like tight spaces like trees around him or buildings. So just a flat nothing is like makes him
Right.
very
So,
uncomfortable.
for those who are on deck, please could I have a perception check from you all?
Ooh, okay. Ow, that voice crack. Sorry, folks.
I thought it was Luigi at first.
No, damn it!
12, an 8,
Oh,
a
there's
5,
that nat
and a
one.
4.
Wow.
Nice, cool. So yeah, Tefari, you're still trying to catch whatever rays you can get from the sun. You realise that being out on deck when the sky has a lot of clouds that just keep scudding across it, and you're trying to get the sun. It's a bit annoying, but anyway, you're doing your best. You're doing your best. You're going to soldier through this.
I'll change position with my chair every now and then.
And yeah, Sykes and I and Lyra, you're just, well, Sykes, you're trying to not be seasick, and Janai, you're just enjoying it. You're just enjoying the time, and you've spent a couple of days here, spent a couple of days on the ship, and you've gotten to sort of see the faces around you, and there's definitely a couple of people. You're just gently eyeing them as they work. They are.
It's good to watch.
Yeah. It's good to look, shall we say. It's good to look. You're just a bit curious, curiosity. But none of you notice this, and none of you notice anything until you hear yelled from the top, yelled from above your heads, "Sail ho!"
I just looked at a sail. What?
And
sail ho! We have to go
sail
below deck.
ho, sail ho is what you hear. And you look around, you look out. You can't really see anything, to be honest. But you do notice the first mate has come up on deck and is looking out over the I'm going to say left side instead of port because otherwise I'll get confused. The left side of the ship. He's looking out over the left side of the ship. What appears to be a spyglass, and he's just looking out towards the horizon.
I'm going to go to the edge of the ship and do like this with my hand.
With your own hands.
That was spyglass.
Thank you so much, Dad Zastras. Thank you so much for that follow. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed
And
it.
I'm just going to go
Awesome.
and see what I can see.
Yeah, roll another perception check for me, Janai.
All right. Oh, never mind.
You just see C.
Never mind.
That's all you see. That's all you see. But you stand beside the first mate, and he sort of glances at you and says, "Do you see that?"
Yes. What do you think?
Roll a deception check, please. Just roll a deception check for me. Please.
That'll be an
Nice.
Hey.
It's okay.
I have no
Cool.
experience. What's that be?
Okay, well, if it is who I think it is, that's a ship. That's a ship of the Kingdom of Narl.
Oh, okay. That's not good news, is it?
No, it's not.
So, what do we do?
We wait upon the captain's orders.
Okie dokie.
You hear as he says that, you hear, "First mate, get somebody on the cannons." Right, Captain. And immediately he starts barking orders, and you start hearing a drum start to sound, and the ship just explodes into action, and people start running backwards and forwards, getting themselves armed. The ship ratings in the red jackets that you had seen, they have all lined up on deck, and are all lining facing towards the ship in the far end, the ship in the distance, and they have all got, every single one of them has a longbow on them, and a few of those in the red jackets start climbing the rigging as well to get higher up.
The first mate still next to me?
I'm gonna join them.
No, the first mate has not. The first mate has run off to start enacting.
Before he's scampered.
Sure.
Can I say something before he goes?
Yeah, go for it.
Do we need to escape these people? Because I do have something that might help.
What do you have?
Fog. I've never tried it before, but I'm really good at fog now.
That might help. Go talk to the captain, see what he says. And he dashes up.
Fog.
Oh, okay.
Do you head up to the captain?
Oh, I'm supposed to. Okay, yes, sure. I'll
Yeah.
talk to the captain. He doesn't make me nervous at all. That's okay.
You head up to the poop deck, as it were. And he is there, just with his own spyglass, face looking out over the sea towards what you can just about see now, what appears to be approaching very swiftly from the left-hand side of the ship. This it seems to be quite a short, smaller looking vessel, but with dark red sails off in the distance. It's still very difficult to see what the colours they're flying, but the dark red sails definitely stand out from the white horizon.
All right.
It glances you. Yes. What is it?
The first mate said to talk to you. I have 20 feet of fog. If you want to put 20 feet of fog anywhere, I'm your gal.
Looks at you. You magecaster as well?
No. It's a long story. I just.
Right. Well, you can cast fog. Okay, that's really good to know.
Just a little bit.
Where is this accent coming from? This is not the accent that he had previously, but whatever.
It's a serious accent. He's like, aha.
It's okay.
Yes, he reverts back to his original accent.
He reverts back to
because
his original accent because he
Yeah.
That's good to
what
know.
I do. It's a stressful situation.
How long can you hold that fog for?
Oh, as long as I'm not disturbed, like a while. I don't know. I've only tried it twice.
Right, okay, fine.
If
Keep
it's
an
no
eye on
good,
this.
then I could just leave. That's fine.
No, fog is perfect. If you can cast if you're able to get fog between us and them, that'll help us tremendously.
Oh, alright, it's just a little fog. Okay.
I like nervous Janai. It's really funny.
It's really cute. I like
It's
nervous
uncommon.
tonight.
Unfamiliar scenarios.
It's really cute. I like it.
Alright. Which side do you want the fog?
He points out directly over the side of the ship from where you were on.
Okay. So I'm going to focus.
Okay.
I'm going to close my eyes. Feel the wind. And I'm going to
Oh, that was really good, but really bad timing.
Someone has been in the armory.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm trying to break someone's concentration. Two people.
Who is that then? I don't know who you're talking about. And I'm going to raise my arms to the sky and I'm going to make a grasping motion. And I'll whisper, call the clouds down. And about 120 feet away from us, between us and the ship, there's now 20 feet of fog. It starts as a little wisp, like an uncertain little sort of, and then it just sort of spreads and spreads and spreads, and it's just a gentle sort of mist between us and the other ship, which does obscure us for like about 20 feet.
I literally got goosebumps when you made that description. Yes, as you pull down from the sky ahead of you, ahead of your direction, looking out over the left-hand side of the ship, it literally seems as though the clouds just seem to pull down and become this veil between your ship and the other ship. Unfortunately, this does obscure your view of them as well. But yes,
it's fine.
And you stay. And how long does the spell last for?
Well, let me look that up. Because it is a concentration spell.
Yes, I know.
I think it does like.
It's an hour, I think, believe.
Up to 1 hour, yes.
Perfect. All right. So that's helped. Okay.
The moment I notice it worked, I'm just gonna like the most inappropriate massive grin on my face and just go from like the fog cloud to the captain, the fog cloud to the captain. Oh, sorry.
He looks at it.
Just get out of.
Good work. Hold you calm. And I would like somebody, please, to roll me a d20.
I'll do it. I volunteer.
And add 5 to this.
Oh wait, hold on.
With advantage.
Advantage. Okay. I volunteers tribute.
Sure, go for it.
There you go.
Very nice. Very nice.
Good.
Let's see if the other one, they will have disadvantage because of the fog clouds.
Oh, good.
It dropped an 18.
Saw the 18, I was like, whoa.
Okay, so you are able to maintain this concentration, and Janai, you realize that you have pulled this cloud down, and it's concentration, but you also realize that, oh shit, I'm gonna have to hold this for a while, and it's lucky that it's a concentration spell because you are effectively pulling this screen of fog with you as the ship moves. And it is able to spread out across the ocean. You do notice that the tail end where the fog began is beginning to disperse and be blown away by the wind. But you are able to go for a full hour without any trouble, and the ship sails perfectly onwards. And you are now at the once the spell ends, you feel that drain the energy pull from you, and you just this sudden sort of release of power from you. It feels exhilarating and also extremely exhausting at the same time.
Yeah, I think I spent a full hour grabbing the railing and just sort of staring it down, and then the hour is up and I just sort of sag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would anyone see her doing this?
Yeah, I'll be doing it for an hour.
She's been on the uppermost deck doing this. So if anybody else wants to do it,
yeah, Illyria goes up to Janae quickly and says, "You all right?"
Yeah. Is it always like this?
When you concentrate on spells, it tends to be like that. Don't worry, it's natural. It's okay.
Alright.
You want to go downstairs?
Can you like hold me? I
Just
need to
before you
see-
do, just roll me a perception check.
Okay. Nope. 11.
This one's okay, because you don't see anything off the side of the ship that you've been looking at. But you just happen to glance over the rear of the ship, and several hundred kilometers away, you see the same dark
Good eye-
red
good eyesight.
sails. Yeah. But it's basically an hour's travel back the way you came. But you see the same dark red sails, and they are traveling perpendicular to your line. Does not appear that your ship has been seen by them.
Alright,
You carry on
let's get you
sailing.
down-
Yeah.
Alright, Janae, let's get you downstairs, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You need a cup of water.
If you've got any, that's really you're being very sweet. Don't look suspicious, Galeria. Don't.
No,
Can you do me a favor, actually? Don't. Has Tafari been watching? Don't tell him yet, okay? If he hasn't seen.
If he says anything, I'll make sure to not make him sing. But let's get you
No, you don't have
downstairs,
to.
alright?
You don't have to kill him. It's fine. I just.
No, I'll just tell him all.
No, that's
know
okay. I'm just saying lie.
I'll lie. Alright, even though I'm not great at lying, but sure.
I don't want to talk to him about this just yet.
Alright, let's get you downstairs, get you all settled up, and if you want to sleep, I'll watch over you, alright?
Oh,
We
thank
are
you, but I
com-
think I'll be awake.
Alright.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Oh, what's the smell? It's all tobacco in here. Has Sykes been here by my
The ship remains on
He's been
high
smoking out the
alert.
store.
Sorry, the ship remains on high alert for quite a while, but after about 2 to 3 hours, the commander spreads the word to stand down, and the ship goes from what appears to be ready action stations to a state of relaxed calm where people begin to sort of rest and relax and just come down from the heightened state of anxiety that they were just in. It appears that you have managed to avoid a confrontation with the Kingdom of Null. Congratulations. Please, could I have a D8 from one of you?
I'm still disappointed.
I'm sorry?
Uh-oh. Oh, we skipped Farrell. No, just kidding.
Well, we're with Illyria, so that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's fine. So, it has been several days since your visitation, as it were, from from a Kingdom of Null ship, and Tefari, I'm presuming you are still on deck.
Of course.
Of course you are. So you're the one that really notices this. Or one of the five, you're the one that notices, because you're basically just sunning yourself every day as much as possible, trying to get as much sun. But you notice that the wind has picked up, and it has picked up strongly, and it is beginning to blow with a very, very, very hard gust, and there's that smell of rain in the air. And you can see it's very, very noticeable. And as you just sort of, you're like, what the hell? Why? Just want to get some sun. And you look out and you look at you look up and you then look across to the east on the over the right hand side of the ship, and you can see dark, billowing black clouds are just beginning to emerge from the side of the ship, across that side of the ship.
It wouldn't happen to be day number 3, right?
This would be week number 2.
Would have been awesome.
Also,
So-
can we take a break, please?
Yep, we are going to do so very, very soon. Is there anybody doing anything?
How
Try my
busy
hand at
is the
fishing.
ship, by the way?
The ship is in a relaxed state. People are keeping themselves busy, cleaning the decks, making sure that everything is tidy and in its rightful place. Checking sails, checking ropes, making sure they're not fraying. If they are fraying, repairing as necessary or disposing as necessary.
Well, Illyria is going to offer some of the crew members to play cards with him, including for party members as well.
Very nice.
She has a playing card set.
You begin to go out and play cards, but you can also feel that the ship is beginning to rock a lot more than it used to. There is this sense that the movement of the ship is beginning to get quite agitated, and eventually, you very, very quickly you hear yelling from the captain, the Commander Garrick, to get below decks.
Oh, already there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll run down.
Illyria quickly packs everything up and just goes down.
No worries. You hear the strikes of thunder, and the waves are beginning to pound over the ship. It's just being shook around. It's now very, very uncomfortable. Tefari, you are definitely downstairs, and this. Sorry,
I'm trying fishing.
you're trying fishing.
Yeah.
Are you sure about this?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't take orders from people.
Okay. Cool. Sure.
Very bad at that.
All right. All right. No. This is fine. This is fine. The
Well,
ship
not out-
is
gone
tossed
downstairs when
around.
we went.
Tefari, you're still on deck. You're now getting soaked by the wind and rain and the waves that are now coming crashing over the deck. You're going fishing, right?
Yeah, and it's the reason why I wore my outdoor robes.
Okay. I need you to roll me a dexterity check.
Check, you said, right?
Yes. This is a very, very high DC.
14.
Are you bound down in any way?
Of course, I'm fishing on the ocean.
No. Are you tied down? Have you tied yourself, or are you standing free without any form of security?
Oh, I would have.
Okay.
What?
I couldn't
There's-
hear you. It was so loud.
That thunderclap was quite. That thunderclap was quite loud. You've cast your line out, and you hear this yell from the captain. Get down! And you just look up, and there's this great, massive wave just comes straight over the front of the ship, and it's you're basically watching your line. You're watching your line go up and follow this wave above your head before it just comes crashing down upon you, and you are swept off your feet. If it weren't for the fact that you had tied yourself to the railing, you would now be in the water. But you are soaked.
Catch good fish.
You are soaked, and you are on your back and have been flung across the deck, and it's only just by the skin of your teeth that you are able to hold on.
But
This
do I catch any
storm,
fish?
you do not catch any fish. No.
Do I catch any fish? One just
Do I
slaps
do
you
I
in the
catch any
face.
fish? Jeez. This storm will continues and seems to not abate at all for this day. Are you looking to stay outside the entire time, Tefari? It does not look like it's going to abate.
Sykes would have opened the door because he would have realized that Tafari never followed. He just opens it. He's like, Tafari, you need to get down here.
You do not, Tefari. You do not hear that.
Oh, absolutely not. I
Probably
will
don't even
stay
see him,
on
there's
deck
so much rain.
and cast my line 2 more times, and if I still haven't caught anything, then I will go inside.
Alright.
Gosh.
You do not catch anything because, namely, the waves, the crashing waves, and the shaking of the ship makes it almost impossible for you to do any sort of fishing. I'm not surprised that you did actually decide to do some fishing, but
Yeah, no,
I was surprised with this storm.
predictable.
But yeah,
So after 2 casts, and I'll try and find a little gentler moment in the storm, and then move in.
there is a very slight moment, but but it's only very slight. And yes, you do eventually manage to get yourself down to the down deck, and this storm continues for a full day and a full night. That constant shaking, that constant pounding of the waves, waves against the side of the ship. There's that one moment where you almost think that the ship's just going to fall apart from the constant rashing and crashing or banging of the waves. But eventually the storm calms, and you are able to get back out on deck. Unfortunately, because of this very large storm, it took this whatever skill of Commander Garrett keeping the ship from just falling apart that you have been blown off course. You are now 2 weeks behind, so you have an additional 2 weeks to your journey. I'll need
push back
I need
to Farrell. The Baron.
I need one more D8 roll, and then we're going to take a break.
Alright. Farrell.
Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Meryl,
For
come
some
on, I
reason-
believe in you on that.
Oh wait,
D8.
yeah, I forgot. I have to drag it right there. Duh. Wrong spot.
Course good.
Okay. Oh, it's that one. Oh, is it? No, it's not. It's going to be a different one because that one gets deleted.
You know, I
So-
rolled the same as someone else before already. So.
Okay. You've been going along now for a while, trying to pick up speed, or trying to pick up whatever you can in terms of in terms of time. It's difficult because you've not had much success in getting even more wind than you had before, but you've at least managed to make some time at least on your way there. But there's a day when the 5 of you are going about your business, and then suddenly you hear this great big ruckus coming from below decks.
So I'll go check it out.
Yeah, and since Farrell actually is hanging out below decks, yeah, he
Yeah,
probably hears it too.
Farrell, you're the first person you're the first one to
Definitely
hear
looks-
this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely look.
Yeah,
Find
no
out.
worries.
And there
Where
was
from?
I'll go down. I'll go and check, because maybe the explosive room's open now.
Right, I'll do with Farrell. Farrell, you hear the ruckus, and it's coming from further below decks than you realise. And you head down, and then suddenly, as you're heading down the stairs, just roll a quick dexterity saving throw for me.
Saving throw. All right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, easy. You're walking down these very narrow steps, and it's just suddenly realise that there's this creature coming bolting towards you, and you just manage to step out of the way as this diminutive little gnome figure comes dashing past you up the stairs and up onto the deck. Those of you on deck spot this small, tiny little creature. They come dashing out of the stairs and run around the deck as fast as legs can carry them before diving underneath what appears to be an upturned boat in the middle of the deck.
I go chasing
Oh.
after it, going like, "What? Hey, oh, hey, little buddy, I'm not gonna hurt you."
Tafari, did you go
man,
downstairs as
I'm-
well?
Yeah.
All right. I also need you to roll a dexterity saving throw as you head downstairs.
Dexterity save.
As a giant barrels up past him.
13.
You just about dodge the same diminutive-looking figure coming barreling past you, and then Farrell comes running up, and just shoves you to the side as well as he goes chasing after this figure. Illyria, what you wanted to do something?
I was about to cast sleep on the bastard.
Sure. I'll let you do that. You've all had a long rest anyway, so.
I mean, I barely used my first level spell, so let's just do a first level spell, sleep on the bastard.
Go for it.
Alright, so the creature needs to... It will send the creature to a magical slumber roll at 5d8. So let me roll it. 24.
Dang.
Okay. That's actually kind of funny. This creature, this diminutive creature has come running up and is dashing around, looking like it's looking for something. And you spot this creature. You just mutter very quietly under your breath. Your center eye opens very slightly below your hood, and this black purplish energy comes sort of gently wafting out towards this creature. This creature just basically runs into that cloud, goes and boom, just falls flat on its face, completely asleep.
That's great.
What do you do?
So it is a gnome, right?
If you go up to it, you will see that it's a young gnome. Yeah.
Oh well, so is it dressed in a crew attire?
No, it is not. As you approach, you can see that this young female gnome, with very very short red hair, is dressed in what looks to be very torn looking clothing, clearly off the street, but yeah, and very 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 dirty and quite thin as well.
Oh. So
Those seagulls need to shut up.
Stowaway. So a stowaway then. Oh shit.
The rest of the crew begins to approach, and the first mate also approaches behind. No, the captain, Commander Garrick, approaches behind you. It looks like we do have a stowaway.
Yes, we do. Huh. Judging from the state, this poor gnome is starving and probably, I don't know what it was doing downstairs, but yeah, well, what do you want to do with the stowaway?
I have prepared my strongest fishing rod. Hint, hint.
I'll keep him. Can I keep him? I'll feed him. I'll give him water.
I will also give him water, in a way.
I'll take him for walks.
Tafari, we're not putting a live person in the drink.
You can catch a really big fish.
Farrell.
with it. Just saying.
Farrell,
Yeah.
roll a persuasion check.
Yeah.
He's got a part of that.
We have a pet gnome and a pet squirrel that I already don't pay enough attention to.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who keeps taking it on walks? Us.
14. Captain looks at you. I am technically bound by naval law. That means that a stowaway is executed on sight.
Oh, I never told you. His name is Steve, and he came on here with me.
It gives
I
you a
forgot to tell
very,
you.
very long, hard look.
I can vouch for him.
Roll a deception check with advantage.
Me or Farrell?
No, I mean Farrell, because he's the one who's in persuasion. But Tafari, you helping just about.
Oh wow, I got an 8 on
wow.
both.
Wow.
I'll try and
Two
reroll
eights.
one of them, then let's see what happens.
I believe you re-roll the whole thing.
Magic boy.
Oh, you reroll the advantage too?
I believe so.
Oh, sweet. Wow, and another 8.
But a 19.
Yeah.
Commander Garrick just sighs. Then you're taking guests will be a pain in the ass. Fine. It's your responsibility to look after it. If it gets caught anywhere, you know the rules. It gets shot or killed. It gets shot and killed, alright?
Hmm.
We'll make sure to clean up afterward.
See that you do, and he just stomps off.
Meanwhile, I've just finished like a set of 50 push-ups, and I walk over like, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
Oh, you're
Who
one
is
of those
this?
people.
Got a stowaway.
No,
Farrell.
we rediscovered a friend. Wink.
Oh,
Hey, Farrell.
Yes.
Even though I tend to be a hard ass and law-abiding, I don't condone the death of a stowaway as much. A life is a life. Let's just take care of it, okay? Yeah, because I don't want to see another starving being.
wait, they were going to kill this little what do we call
Well,
it?
I believe it's a gnome, but I don't know. It's very malnourished. But
I
yes,
know what a gnome
this
is.
I guess Farrell's calling it Steve for now.
Alright.
But however, this is a military ship. They have more restrict rules than your average ship. So,
Rules are there to be broken.
I already know you love to break rules, Safari.
I
Still
consider
have
it
to
one
get-
of my strong points.
I still have to get used to your shenanigans sometimes.
Well, as long as this is a friend of Farrell, then there is no rule being broken. And we all know how fast Farrell makes friends. He probably befriended it on site, let's face it. So,
Yes. Let's
technically,
Let-
It
totally
hasn't
true.
even said a word yet. It's asleep.
yes. Let's bring our new passenger downstairs in our boat.
Well, it doesn't take long before you hear. Ow! Ow! Ooh, that hurts. You see that they get the gnome. The gnome has woken up and sort of rolls over, sits up, looks up, holding its head, where you can see what looks to be quite a good-looking welt beginning to just develop on their forehead from where they face planted onto the deck. So it looks up at the five of you.
Hi, Steve.
Oh fuck! I got
Hey,
caught, didn't I?
language.
It's better that we found
Ah,
you,
fuck
not-
you!
Oh, I like you.
Mm.
Who the fuck are you then?
Some
You
water.
look hungry.
You got food?
Maybe.
Oh,
It
we
depends.
You can get some.
Tell us who you are first, and then we have a nice little bit of food, and I just jangle a little bit of food and Brother. a nice packet of meal here.
I'm Jane.
Get it, boy. Get it, boy. Come on. Come on.
I'm
I
Jane.
slapped
Hard.
Safari with my tail.
you get.
Worth it.
Yeah, worth it. My name's Jane.
Jane?
Jane.
Jane?
Jane.
Oh.
Jane.
Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Jane. Jane.
Oh.
So,
You're
here,
a female.
enjoy the food.
I
Steve.
called you Steve.
Why would you call me a boy's name?
I think that's a very narrow-minded way of thinking, Steve.
Well, before we start talking, let's
My
head.
name's Jane.
Well, before we start
Steve Jane.
any more talking, let's go to our designated area and chat more privately.
All right. So you you basically just lift Jane the gnome up and head to your private quarters. She basically tells you that she stowed away on this ship. Had managed to sneak aboard before the ship left by literally jumping onto the side of the ship and trying to crawl in through one of the portholes. Jeez. And she had stowed away, trying to get away from the life that she had led so far in the city, which is a life of squalor and poverty, basically. And she hoped to be able to go away to somewhere new and better. And she'd heard stories about that if you went north, that possibly that there were lots of good like jewels and things to make life better. And that's where I wanted to go. I wanted to go to somewhere to make life better, and stop being horrible. Stop being a horrible
there is
place.
a lot of really cool things up in the Isle North in Bunalbral. I do remember once hearing a story of a vast, a huge castle filled with riches, and it was all green. There was a yellow brick road leading towards it, and yeah, it was amazing. I never found it myself though, but yeah.
Tafari is an excellent guide. He knows everything about Bunalbral.
Yeah, I think I've heard of this place, but I wouldn't want to be seen green there. I would rather be red.
Oh dear. And the conversation continues to go on for a little while, and we're gonna jump in here and just take a moment to have a wee break, about 10-15 minutes break. I know because I need more tea, and I also need to just get some more tea, and I can't do that without taking a wee break. So we're going to be taking a break now for about 10-15 minutes. Go make yourself some tea, or make yourself some coffee, or grab a drink of water. Do something to help yourself make it feel a little bit more comfortable, a little more chill as you are enjoying the stream. If you need to stretch, to check out your posture, just do anything to help make yourself feel a bit nicer. And if you are cool with how you are feeling right now, there will be some smooth jazz going on as you can see the Be Right Back sign going on in the background. So. Don't go away. We'll continue the journey to Bunalbral after we come back, and see you shortly. Hello, good evening, and welcome back. Welcome back to some D&D. Let me get some sound effects going. Good day for sailing. There we go. We've just been on a little bit of a break, but we're now back. We're now on the sea. We're now in the middle of the ocean, making our way to Bunalbral with our wonderful Scarlet Guard. Here, causing all sorts of mischief and finding out what's going to happen. But yes, so just a quick recap. There has been a very, very massive storm in which Tafari tried to catch some fish in the middle of a storm and almost got swept overboard, but thankfully was decided to tie himself in just to be safe. Also, we had a diminutive little gnome figure come barreling up from the bilges of the ship named the MS Flying Horse, who has revealed to be Jane, a diminutive a young gnome urchin from the city of Full, whom Farrell has decided to take under their wing.
And rename it Steve.
And for some reason wants to rename it Steve. Don't quite know why, but yeah, has renamed it Steve for whatever reason.
Just for the duration of the voyage.
Just for the duration of the voyage, yeah, sure, okay. And there's also been an interesting interaction in terms of avoiding a potential threat from a Kingdom of Null fighting ship, which, due to some quite inventive use of the spell Fog from Janai, a new ability for her, able to allow the ship to sneak away and avoid any confrontation. So, on this fourth week of travel, I need one of you to roll me a d8, please.
Which week are we in now? Before we roll?
4. You're in week 4.
All right. Before we hit week 4, can I talk to someone? Basically, something I've been meaning to talk to someone for a while about. Where's Tafari at this moment? Yeah.
Of course.
Trying to sunbathe.
All right.
Being useless as ever.
I'll walk up and stand in the sunlight.
Damn it! What does a mage gotta do to get some sun around here?
Answer some questions.
It's you.
And I'll plop
Hey,
down
Git.
next to him. So, what?
I said, hey, Git. And I
Good.
reach behind the chair and I grab a tanning reflector for Janae as well.
I shrug and I just grab it. And I'm just like, I guess I'll get dark and purple, okay?
Honestly, we're going to be traveling a lot in the sun. Your skin needs to, get accustomed to the heat and all that. It's better if you do the tanning now. I warned the rest. They didn't want to listen. It's on their heads.
Alright, fair point.
Wait, what?
Though I don't know what color I will turn.
Also, I am quite interested to find that out. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's find out. While we do that though, a little question.
Go for it.
You have family now, what's that like?
A little weird, a little scary. Mostly because they're trying to murder me. But,
Yeah, so why is that?
Well, things happened. Talks were had.
Yeah, I stood at the other
Some
side of the door.
people were murdered.
You killed people?
I killed some people. The enemy killed some people.
You
Everyone
the
killed some
orphanage.
people.
Yes.
Oh, there was the retirement home incident, yes.
Ah, yes. Sorry, I get old people and young people mixed up sometimes.
Yeah. Well. There was also the animal shelter. Yeah, that was weird.
Alright, so I'm starting to see why people would want you dead.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why I lived this long.
Right. Why does this guy specifically want you dead?
Well, mostly because there's a little bit of family history going on, and yeah, they don't really want me to. I don't know if you remember that I sent the letter to get our beloved friend
Down.
Garm in as a member of my family in my house.
Yes, I
I'm on,
remember.
Well, I'm kind of assuming the letter arrived because my kid brother wants to murder me. Let me tell the whole story. He wants to, he's not really happy. He was kind of happy that I lived. He's not happy that he's been sent to kill me because he didn't know it was me he was sent to kill. And because, shit, I forgot the name of the... Oh, Maharashtra kind of does not want me going back. There's the whole thing after me being part of the rebellion and the civil war and, chaos and anarchy. Things I now thrive on. Thrived a little bit less on that back then. But, still, it happened. So, yeah, they don't want me going back because apparently it's a massive shit show in Bunalbral.
Okay.
Let me,
So, you were on the losing side of all that, weren't you?
Well, I got captured fairly early in the Civil War. I was out on a patrol and I got grabbed by some raiders. And that's when they started experimenting on me.
Right. And your family never managed to break you free, or?
Well, they didn't know where I was because it was kind of like a secret laboratory thing.
Just between you and me, and is anyone watching or listening in?
Does not appear to be. You appear to be by yourselves at the bow of the ship. You get the feeling that the bow of the ship is a place that's not really too frequented that often. Whatever reason. Although occasionally Tafari, you have noticed this. A sailor or two will just will walk past you, sort of glance at you, occasionally walking between you and the sun, and then will disappear for a moment, and then a weird smell will just gently waft past your nose for a very brief moment before the sailor then walks back. So no, not really.
Really tempting to catapult one of the sailors into the ocean.
I understand. hey, between you and me, is it Patel?
Is it what?
Patel. The mage.
The mage? What mage?
The one you want dead.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, yes, you're you know,
Oh.
deadly enemy, that guy.
Oh. Which one of the ones I want dead? Sorry.
Are you asking me as a GM?
No, I'm asking Janae.
Oh, should I? Okay, just wanted to check.
That got a giggle out of me.
You don't
Oh,
want to
it's,
talk about it. Okay, good.
It's an elf mage called Trent. He was the one overseeing the experimentation.
Right, yeah, you said that before.
Leader of the base, and he's kind of the one who caused the explosion and caused me to be stuck in the time bubble for 70-ish years.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm trying to remember this as a player, but I think the last time you said that name, you did that thing that you do when you lie. You know, you get this sort of, and you touch your nose.
I did not know I did a thing when I lie,
Oh, you do.
and I lie a lot. So
Yeah, your nose is
I
perpetually
wouldn't
dirty.
necessarily call it lying. I would call it embellishing the truth, polishing it up a bit.
Okay. Do I ever get to hear the unpolished truth, or are you just gonna leave it like that? Because that's okay.
No, the Nishta Trend is a not fully unpolished and shining bit.
Alright. Then I guess there's more mages that need dying, huh?
Yes. I really, 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 really dislike the Mages Guild.
Well,
Especially the ones in Bunalbral, because they're the ones that oversaw the experimentation. And there's some rumors that they were heavily involved in starting the Civil War.
I'm not surprised. I wonder what they're up to these days.
Probably bad stuff.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason I managed to stick through hanging out with you, and that's your opinions on this.
Yeah, I've noticed you're not a big fan of mages as well.
Really, is it that obvious?
Yeah, a little bit.
Alright. Just wanted to check on that name. That's alright. Good to know. But anything we need to do if we spot your other relatives? Are they just all like you, but with different facial hair? Like, does your sister also have a beard or mutton chops, or what can I picture here?
I don't know. I don't know if my sister lives.
Alright. So you know that your little brother lives.
Yeah, I know. I had two brothers, one older, one younger. I met the younger brother, as we've all learned, and but I couldn't find anything about my older brother and my sister.
Oh, he didn't say, by the way, we are all still alive, also I'm coming to kill you. Nothing helpful like that.
Oh no, I tried to learn more about what happened and the whole situation in Bunalbral after everything happened with the Civil War, and I'm just scrolling through my notes again quickly.
Yeah,
Yes,
always
here it
right.
is. And I just found out that well, it's. I mean, you're gonna hate the place in Maharashtra. That is.
Why? Is it because the...
No, yeah, partially. Mainly because there's now a entire. I mean, we used to be one of. We used to be a very free city states. I mean, of course, we had the nobility and you know, there was some class system involved, but it wasn't terribly. We didn't treat. But the majority of the houses minor and the greater houses didn't treat the common folk bad. It was a fairly free communal city-state, but now there's a whole caste system in place, and you know the lower caste are really just treated. Let's just say most people treat their animals better. I treat Kitsune better than they treat the lowest case.
Oh, you treat her like shit, and I pet
Yeah.
Kitsune.
That says enough about how bad they treat the lowest case.
Right. So, where does our group fall? Like, where does Feral fall? And what would they think about Illyria?
Well, Feral would probably just be treated as a circus animal.
Alright. That's not good.
Illyria most likely executed on the spot.
Okay.
They do not like mages.
So you would also have to hide a lot.
I would have to be careful with my magical powers, yeah.
Are they more friendly towards druids or clerics?
Priests. The priests mainly took power after
Okay.
after the Civil War. They're also considered the highest of the castes, and so they also have all the money.
Oh, so a person like me would never be a priest there.
No. You would, with some luck, be able to make it to the ranks of the shakas, and those are the common laborers,
Oh,
and that will be about it.
with luck, I'm a common laborer.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's okay. I'm glad I bought that cloak now.
You bought a cloak?
Yeah. Have I not shown you? Well, Sykes sort of. He left his tobacco on it, and now it smells. So I'm airing it over there.
Oh,
I can't show you right now, but
You probably try washing it.
yeah, not a lot of soap aboard.
I have some soap in my crate.
Oh, well,
One of them.
Can you help me wash out my cloak because it smells really badly?
Yeah,
Sykes,
sure.
It's just nasty now.
I should also probably air something else. So I'll be right back. Wait here.
Okay.
And I'll go to my room. Start searching through crate number 1.
Sure,
Didn't
no
find
worries.
enough.
Sykes
Start
is in there
searching
right.
through crate 2.
Sykes is in there right now. Looking a little bit grey, a little bit worse for wear.
Sykes, stop smoking in the common room.
I'm not even smoking right now.
Even this ship should have a smoking room. You can borrow my smoking jacket. It's fine.
You have a smoking jacket? Since when do you smoke?
I don't, but I need to have a smoking jacket. It's
Okay.
expected of nobility.
Sure, I'll borrow it then, I guess, if you're offering.
Here it is. Here, smoking jacket. Go
grab it,
somewhere
but I'm
else and have fun.
Just kind of
Don't blow
Hand
ship
falls-
up. That's my job.
hand falls back to the bed. I've been
Mm-hmm.
just, yeah. He just kind of just kind of relaxes a bit and just kind of goes back to sleep.
Sure.
Right. Well, that was useless.
But,
And I start digging through my to crate number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, I'm
Alright.
traveling lightly, so I only have 5 crates of clothing and stuff with me.
Indeed. Am I presuming you are
uh,
looking for the particular outfit?
Yeah. Most especially the thing I'm holding there.
All right.
Because that needs the most airing. And the soap forge in it.
Alrighty then. You're gonna have to give me a moment here. Are you going to wear the stuff as well? Are you going to change into it, or are you going to just pull out the thing you're looking for?
Do I know we're very close to our destination?
You are not close to the destination yet. No.
Okay. Then it will just be the thing I'm holding.
Okay. Cool. Right.
To make
Any
your life even
chance
more
I
of a
could-
nightmare.
briefly look to see what he's looking. I'll roll with disadvantage.
Yeah. Roll a perception check with disadvantage.
And then technically not feeling too great, but I'll still look.
Through gagging. There's a bucket next to our bed.
Nope.
Nope.
That's a 9.
I mean, he's
gonna
not being particularly sneaky about it, but it's
Yeah.
also the fact that he's just constantly moving, going through stuff.
I don't care that I'm making a mess. I'll find one of the sailors to store everything nicely again.
Of course. Absolutely. So yeah, you eventually find it in the 5th box because, of course, it's always in the 5th box.
Yeah. It's a
But
nightmare.
you pull out you pull out this cloth, this grey, quite tattered cloth that you've been carrying around for a while, and it's a comfort. And you get memories. It brings back a lot of memories to you, and brings back a lot of sort of happy memories as well as also some sad memories. You pull it out you bring it out on deck because where's the soap for Janai? And he approaches the front of the deck where you are, Janai, and pulls out this. You can see tucked under his arm this roll of quite dense but thick black fabric, and he pulls it out, and Teferi just flicks it out slightly and lets it unfurl over the edge of the deck, and on this black cloth you can see what appears to be a portcullis, a dropped portcullis, and then occurring from around the portcullis appears to be this chain that links together at the bottom underneath the portcullis. And in stark contrast to the black material, this sort of greyish black material, is this symbol is in this bright, vibrant white colour.
Should also probably air out this whole thing. And yeah, here's your soap.
You? What's that?
This is the ancient banner of my house. It's been passed down for generations to whoever served in the armies of Maharashtra. And so when I joined up, it went to me. It's been in the family for about 500 years, something like that.
Wow. You want to go and use that there?
I mean, I'm not adverse to starting another civil war.
Oh.
Also, I'm not adverse to freeing my people.
You know what? Me neither. In principle, but we did come to find Sykes' family, and also Illyria had some questions. Why are you going?
Well, to start another rebellion and free my people.
Oh.
And
okay.
also following up on a small rumor I heard about the Mages Guild trying to experiment to find more wizards who specialize in chrono magic, the magic I specialize in.
Alright, so let's sort of start there when we get there. A rumor can be useful.
I mean, pretty much I've been spending a lot of time and effort to get rumors about, because I know the Mages Guild is is trying to experiment more with time magic because they want to use it to their advantage. And well, that's not exactly going the way they want, so they'll invest a lot of resources and a lot of stuff in it. So I'm counter investing a lot of resources and a lot of stuff to find the rumors and stop them before they succeed.
You want
Because,
to stop the entire Mages Guild?
Well, yeah, you know what kind of assholes they are, right?
Yes. It's just that I always set my goals a little smaller. I just want one mage very dead.
And it's not even me.
And it's, you know what? It's not even you. No, the one I'm looking for is, well, a girl is sailing away from him. But that's alright. I think my parents can hold on a little longer.
We'll get him when we can. Do you happen to know a name? You probably told this, but I'm sorry I forgot.
No, I didn't.
Ah. That explains. And do you wish to share?
And I stare out into the sea.
Share with your bestie. Kitsune's here, so that's your bestie.
Well, you haven't betrayed me in 2 weeks, which is, I mean, a record for you. Good job.
Yeah, I'm trying to set new goals for myself. You know, rebrand.
I see. I think it's bad luck to say it out loud, honestly. Besides,
Well-
I'm trying to like focus on something else right now. I'm kind of got a lot going on, and there's a reason I'm here instead of over there.
That is definitely true, and definitely a thing. I mean, I also had some stuff I was investigating in the Hegemony of Fall. I keep forgetting everything in the world. And I'm so sorry. I'm honestly trying, but
I know you are, and I do appreciate it. Don't worry.
brain is stupid at the moment.
Yeah, well, we'll get there. We'll get back again. I mean, I still have someone to find as well.
People to find, strangers to murder, things to blow up. Speaking of,
Yes.
what was there about this armory on this ship? I will be right back.
So we'll get to-
and I'll sit back with the turning thing for like. Not
Yeah.
my problem.
Not your problem, absolutely. We'll get back to that in a moment. But just for everyone at home, let's go. Boom.
Hmm?
You've got a little banner now, Tafari.
Hey. There it is.
Oh, that's nice.
There we go.
Is
There's
that
your
a
banner.
smoke jacket?
No, that's his banner. That's definitely his banner.
Just kidding.
But yes, so to the armory, Tafari. What is it you want to do?
I just want to have a little look.
All right. Well, you head down. You know where the armory is. You know where the ammunition storage is. So you head down, and the armory door is at this present moment locked. And there are the two guards in red jackets with spears and armed with spears and swords. They eye you warily as you approach.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
So, everything been keeping nice and safe around here?
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I mentally ask Kitsune to move through the door and see what's on the other side.
Is Kitsune incorporeal?
I think they actually are.
Are they? Familiars are incorporeal?
No.
It doesn't sound right to me.
Well, I can always turn him into a crab, which would be extremely appropriate for where we are right now.
They are not incorporeal. I'm sorry,
No,
mate.
with the Fae thing, well, I was confused.
Yeah, no, I understand, but no, he's not. Actually, he can be celestial, Fae, or fiend. It's up to you what you want.
Yeah, well, I think he's a Fae. I think he would want to be.
Okay, that's fine. But no, they are not incorporeal. They are actual things, creatures of substance.
No,
So-
I'll reshape him into a crab and
Okay.
have him scuttlebutt under the door.
Right. So you spent an hour at some point during your travels to turn him into a crab, and he's not happy
I'll
about this.
instantly cast it.
Oh, you're going to
Use
instantly
spell
cast it.
slot for
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fine. Fine. So he's not happy about this. He's like,
I tell him, sorry, buddy. It's for the greater good. And explosions.
it's the crab. He can't make any noise in the form of a crab, but the claws sort of move. They sort of clack together in a. Well, they clack together in a slightly irritated way, but fine. It goes with it, and yeah, it's a bit difficult for a crab to express, unfortunately. But yeah, sure. You send him off, And just roll a stealth check. I need to look up the stats for a crab. Right. I never thought that would be a thing I would have to look up. I honestly never thought that would be a thing I had to look up. Okay, crab. Here we go.
+2. Nice.
Yeah, it's got stealth +2, so roll a d20 and add 2 to it. This is a high DC because the guys are right there.
Crunch.
Yeah, they spot the crab. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Get back! And one of them just jabs at the crab with their spear. Let's roll oh my fucking god!
Not gonna happen.
So what happens is he goes to swipe at the crab. I need to change the music for this because this is just silly. It's almost I almost need comedy music for this. But yeah, he goes to swipe at the crab with the butt of his spear, but unfortunately he just misses. It catches his boot, and the crab is seeing what's happening. Just goes up and grabs the spear, and is now holding the bottom of the spear with its claw. It's the guard immediately goes, oh, get off! It just starts swinging the spear around in this very, very narrow space. What are you doing?
Both currently extremely distracted.
They both appear to be, yeah, but this is still quite a narrow corridor.
Okay, but there's no one else near.
No, it's just you two, just the two of them, you and and Kitsunea's crab form.
Amazing. I would like to cast Hypnotic Pattern on both of them.
Cover it.
Okay.
So they both need to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right, then. Let me just look up some stats here, just real quick.
Crab wisdom.
Is it every creature or creature you can choose?
You can create a twisting duration each creature in the area. So I'll have to cast in a way that I'm not affected, but they are.
Okay, so it's a wisdom saving throw, is it?
It's a wisdom saving throw, yeah.
Alright, let's do a wisdom saving throw here for Cardinal 1.
Fail.
That's a fail. Ah, that's definitely a fail. And just for Crabsone.
No.
Also no.
Wow. What are those last like 5 rolls?
Yeah.
1, 3, 1, 1.
Yeah, that's a thing. So, hypnotic pattern. Tell me.
Well, they've seen the pattern, the twisting pattern of colors weaving through the air, and they're now charmed, incapacitated, and they have a speed of 0.
You're showing them the Mobius strip.
You cast this hypnotic pattern, and they are distracted, but it is still you two and them, so they are a little bit distracted. But you cast this hypnotic pattern, and this sort of dancing light just suddenly appears in front of you, but thankfully away from you, but catches them, and they immediately see these lights and are immediately just sort of almost zoned out, zombie-like, just staring at these lights. Completely unaware of you for the moment.
And while they're there, I will like to walk into the armory.
The door is locked at the moment. What are you going to do?
I will try and unlock it.
Roll. Do you have thieves' tools?
I have a catapult.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Catapult the door.
Oh my
But
god.
that works exactly the same way. It's perfectly fine.
Alright, okay. What are you using to catapult?
same.
And perfectly silent too.
What are you using to catapult?
Do the Marines have helmets on?
Yes, they do have helmets.
I would like to use the helmet of one of the Marines.
Okay, sure. Go for it.
Mr. G-
Ah.
Yeah.
Mr. GM, man.
Yes.
I'm just gonna pipe up. What did you even expect from
Yeah.
Tafari alone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I
He
shouldn't
said,
have
here's the place,
expected
don't
anything
go
else.
there. That's where it goes.
Yeah. Yeah. I shouldn't have expected anything else.
No, that's really you.
Yeah, this is really on me, isn't it? All right. What does catapult mean?
Nothing.
Right.
Well, it's a dexterity saving throw, but
It's
I'm
a door.
assuming a door is not
It's
dexterable enough.
It's
to
a door.
dodge.
It's a freaking door. So no, it does not have the dexterity to dodge anything. All right. So roll
And
your
then
damage.
Mr. Door takes 17 points of damage.
It slightly opens a singe and the helmet goes
It's-
through it.
Yeah, it's just like a sledgehammer to open the door is basically.
The +1
So yeah,
Locked.
the swing's open.
it's the door the lock on the door just shatters and the door flies open. From inside you hear what the fuck, and another guard comes barreling out of the door, sword drawn, looking around for whoever has just kicked in his door basically, and sees you. Did you just do that?
I pointed at the crab and said, "It was him."
Oh my god.
Ask the guards. It was him.
Kitsune is really just treated like
Yeah,
shit.
Kits has
forever.
been treated like shit. The two guys go, oh yeah, no, it was. Roll a deception check.
I forgot him.
Roll a deception check. You do not get advantage.
Aw. Oh shit! I should have really worn my ring. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Okay, sure, alright. You can because you've been having days, so you can.
Fuck!
Amazing.
Oh wow, Fancy Guys is going fuck you now to everybody. It's like he looks at you. You're a fucking liar, and he's going to swipe at you with his sword
You fucking liar.
because he does not believe you for one shit.
Uh,
Okay. So,
Oh my god.
oh my god, what the hell is going on with these rolls? So yeah,
Dice don't
Tafari sees it coming and goes,
yeah, Tafari sees it coming and goes, whoop!
work.
What are you doing?
I try to calm the guard.
How? Tell me, how?
I'm telling you, it was the crab. You better believe it was the crab for your and mine safety. I don't know if they told you the safety regulations on this TSA.
I'm pretty sure they
but-
told me safety reasons. I freaking work on this ship, and he goes to swipe at you again. This is very loosely. This is loosely combat. Does a 12 hit?
Oh.
No.
Swish.
AC
Swish. You
16.
just. AC 16. Bloody hell. Fucking hell. Oh, is that with
Spike
but
fades into the background.
am I going to assume that you did cast your spell to give you +3 AC?
Yeah, I always have mage armor.
You always have mage armor on. Okay.
Because I
that's
use
cool.
one of my sorcery points to extend it, so I have it up for 16 hours a day.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Yeah, and you basically do it every day. Yep, that's cool. Yep, no worries. So yeah, 16 AC 16. What are you doing?
I feel like it's fair to give him one more chance to not attack me.
How?
By again telling him it wasn't. I didn't do it. It was someone else.
I highly doubt
Okay,
that.
go.
It's just you, the two guards who I trust,
And the crab who did it.
and the crab. Crabs don't kick in doors.
Wow.
Whoosh. He's going to swipe at you again.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, for
Wow.
fuck's sake. Jeez. At this point, he turns to his compatriots. It just looks at us. What the fuck are you doing? This guy just blew in the door. What the hell are you doing? And they look back and go, did he? No. He's a good guy. He's all right. He's fine.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Tafari?
God damn it! I really want to murder someone.
He gets who had cabin fever after 3 weeks? You guys, who had? Let's pay up.
After 3 weeks, who's got the cabin fever?
Who's got cabin fever after 3 weeks?
Who's
said
fine?
someone's going to
No
have
one's
cabin fever?
fine.
What do you want to do?
Well, I gave him 3 opportunities to stand down. I feel like that's fair, and I feel like it's now time to cast a Pulse Wave on him.
A what?
Pulse Wave.
Pulse Wave. Okay.
It's my new spell.
Let's have a look at this new
Wave.
spell.
What?
You create intense pressure and unleash it in a 30-foot cone and decide whether the pressure pulls or pushes creatures and objects. Each creature in the cone must make a Constitution saving throw. If they fail the save, they take 6d6 force damage.
Fucking hell.
And if they
jeez,
fail
okay.
the save, they are pulled 15 feet towards you or pushed 15 feet away from you, depending on the choice you made for the spell. In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the cone are likewise pulled or pushed 15 feet. Which is why I'm really sad that enemy ship did not come close, because I wanted to blast the ship 15 feet back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I get that. All right.
Now I get to blast 3 guards 15 feet
So,
back.
is this spell a concentration spell?
No.
No. Okay.
Instantaneous.
Okay. It's Constitution saving throw, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 1. What's your spell DC?
15.
So that's 1 fail. That's a second fail because there are 2 guards there as well. And the guard who's being targeted that's also fail. And I'll just roll a d20 for Kitsune because he's there. Oh, he's fine. Kitsune's fine. But the 3 guards are, well, tell me, are you pushing or pulling?
Pushing.
You're pushing. Okay. Roll your damage.
So this is number 1.
Right, so this would be
27 damage.
okay. So this is going to be the damage for all 3 of them.
No, they must make an individual saving throw, and they each take 6d6 damage.
Okay.
I
All right.
believe.
So the first guard is
a creature takes 6d6 force damage.
all right. So
I'm
then
assuming
roll 66 again 2 more times.
that's 14,
Okay.
Jeez.
It doesn't
And
sound
last
right.
one.
It's the same way.
and that's 21. That's better.
Okay. So the guard who was being an antagonist to you, basically trying to murder you because of your because of what are you doing, gets blasted by this wave, and he doesn't just get pushed. He basically gets pushed into pieces as his body just scatters across the corridor in front of you and the open door. His other two compatriots, he didn't provide any barrier to them, and they get pushed and scattered into pieces along the corridor. There is just now this spray of blood extending from you across the corridor. Kitsune is absolutely fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you fail to save, do you still take damage or do you not?
Oh, I think he takes half damage.
Alright, just roll 66 for Kitsune. Actually, no, don't bother. Kitsune's gone.
Yeah, he has 1 HP. No, there's
Uh,
Kitsune.
There's Kitsune.
Hi,
Well, that's
Kitsune.
not. Kitsune's just
That's
gone.
Kitsune.
Just so yeah, you cast this pulse wave, and then suddenly there is just a spray of blood emanating in front of you, and there's nobody there. The door is open.
Alright. I take a quick peek in.
You peek in. Oh my god. You peek in to the ammunition storage, and what you see is you can see several small barrels, probably around about this size, stacked up along shelves. And also you also see slightly larger barrels, which are open barrels of this open barrels in here, and each of them contains a football-sized lump of metal in there. And scattered around on some of the shelves as well, you see various bits and pieces of mechanism. There's some cogs, there's some levers, some springs, etc. in there. But mainly there just seems to be these small powder kegs, as it were, just stacked neatly around the room, and then on the floor in the centre of the room, these much larger barrels containing these very, very thick, massive, football-sized lumps of metal.
Nice. Well, it's good to know. I consider myself learned. And I go back to the deck.
Technically did not step foot.
Does anybody
Damn
see
luck.
you? Yes. Okay. All right. That's cool.
I would like to go stealthily.
Roll a stealth check.
You didn't say it first. No, just
No.
kidding.
You didn't say it first, but me saying that has made you go, oh yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Roll a stealth check. I'll allow it this time. I'll allow it this time.
I should have said it earlier. Yeah.
I also should have asked you so.
21.
Wow.
Fucking hell! Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Yeah.
How the hell did
That's
you
our
get
guy.
away with that?
Just hilarious squeaking over there.
How the hell did you get away with that? Bloody hell!
You literally just destroyed 3 people in a bloody mess. And they were able to
Mom's
stop away
psychoed
from
it.
it.
So,
And the best part is, I got away with it. There's no damn meddling kids around here.
They're alive still.
There was
Um,
mom's.
Stuck in a ship with them.
so
Oh.
you head back upstairs and feel that all is fine, all is well with the world. And it's not. And Janae, you're there as well, and you're sunning yourself.
Drinking
Sykes.
mimosa.
Drinking mimosa, yeah. Sykes, you are feeling very ill in bed. Illyria and Farrell, Farrell, I presume you are also below decks as well.
Yeah,
No,
he-
she's on top side.
Okay, Illyria,
top
you're up.
side.
You're on top as well.
Yeah,
She's
just playing cards
Farrell's
by
definitely
herself.
sequestered to the.
Oh no,
lower decks.
there's if you offered cards to the sailors, they would have also joined you on that. Absolutely. So you're all relaxing. And then there's this sudden yell of murder! Murder! Coming up from below decks. And one of the ratings comes dashing up from below decks, runs up to the first mate, who is currently in charge of the wheel at the moment, and speaks for it quite loudly. He says, "There's been a murder downstairs. There's been a murder in the ammunition storage. Ammunition storage." And the look of horror and shock goes flashes across his face, and he says, "Get the captain." The rating dashes off. Are you guys doing anything?
Yeah,
So far, you would have heard murder.
Yeah, and if it was below deck, I would have tried to find out where that happened.
Okay. All right. Just roll an investigation check.
Okay, come
I
on.
believe in you.
The dice have never failed me on investigation for some reason.
Defective
Don't
barrel.
jinx it.
Damn it.
All right. Not this time. Not this
Defective
time.
barrel. It's not working.
So you start
just
looking
find
around.
a
You can't,
room.
and you're just not. Oh,
Oh, we
white
gotta
snow
reroll.
owl.
Oh.
Reroll?
Is that for
Yeah.
Farrell? I believe it might be for Farrell. So yeah, re-roll that investigation check. Thank you, White Snow Owl, for those
Awesome.
for those channel points. Yeah. So yes, actually, with the 15, you are able to Timing those is hard. Yeah, I understand. You are able to eventually find where this murder took place, and you eventually make your way to lower than the deck than where you were, and you see the open door to the ammunition storage, and this spray of blood and body parts across the corridor in front of you, and you arrive there just in time, just about the same time as when the captain also turns up. Looks like we've got an assassin on board.
Oh my god, it's not even an assassin.
And he looks at you. He looks at you, Farrell. And you five are the only ones on board. And that's where we're going to end the session today.
No.
I've solved the case.
Oh my god! I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh my gosh.
I shouldn't have
really
said
made it
anything.
Way too
You
tempting
mean
with
this
that
is the
armor.
place
I know.
you're supposed to go?
It's like, do not go into ammunition storage. Defari. Ooh, ammunition storage.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
This is
Yeah,
fully
fucking
on
hell.
you. Ed. This
Oh
is
my
fully
god.
on you.
Yeah, it's fully on me. Yeah, I have nothing to say.
Complete utter
Why
murder
Snow Isle?
immediately.
Oh my god, they are going to frame Steve.
Uh,
Well, they might for all I know.
Oh no.
Anyways, we're going to do a round robin here as to memorable moments from people. Tifari, the Chaos Man himself. Did you have a memorable moment today? So just before you give a memorable moment, memorable moments are just a way of just appreciating just fun things that happen during the game, basically. And if you guys at home also had a memorable moment, yeah, share.
Leave it
Right,
in the
comment.
chat.
Leave it in the chat. But yes, Tifari. Sorry.
I liked the little chat with Janae Tafariad.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
Learning
Revealed
stuff.
a little bit more backstory. So
That was nice. Sykes?
Definitely finding that dagger that I still don't know what it does, but I'm probably not gonna find out for 2 months, unless I get an idea. Unless we can figure out a way to calm my nerves from the seasickness. But yeah, oh, I was so excited. I rolled really good on that investigation. I was like, aha, yeah. So, all right, that was fun.
Yeah, I was about if Tafari didn't do all that shenanigans, I would have definitely done some, but
Well, do bear, and you've still got another 6 weeks before you get to Bunalbral. So you still have time to do some identification stuff if you want. As I said, you've got the 6 weeks to just drop in whenever you want to roleplay stuff. Farrell?
Jeez, I mean, the most memorable moment for sure is what Tafari did below decks.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
But yeah,
Absolutely
but I
ridiculous.
also liked the little gnome encounter. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, fun little counter. And Illyria? Memorable moment?
well, I could definitely say the gnome and the entire. Yeah. I don't know how
Yeah.
that. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cuss for a moment. I don't know how that bastard is able to like dip and go away from everyone's noses, away with explosives, and
Yeah, everyone's just
It's
busy. and then,
it's because he's so unassuming and just goes about things in his own way that nobody actually really notices what he's doing until it's all too fucking late.
I was left unattended, and I blame you all for it.
and well, I mean,
uh,
everyone has solid alibis except for one person. So let's just see how this goes.
We'll see how it goes. And a comment from White Snow Owl as well. Janae being flustered and trying to do magic was nice. Yeah, absolutely. That was really fun. I very much enjoyed that little bit of roleplay. Cool. We're gonna go and raid somebody.
Oh,
We
I
are
didn't
going
get to give her the
Oh, for me?
No, me!
Oh yeah, sorry,
It's the
Shania.
Sunday.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Shania. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Nah,
sorry.
forget her.
So much
She's
time left.
talked enough
gen-
already today.
I genuinely thought I asked you. I'm so sorry. Yes, please tell me, what was your memorable moment?
Well, I'm not going to repeat anything that anybody else has said, but of course, all of those moments were incredible. I liked leaving Tafari unattended. It always leads to good things.
Always leads to something good.
And I really enjoy. I live for the role play, so I really enjoy like the small moments of connection between me and Illyria, and between Janai and Pharaoh for a little bit over at the apothecary shop, and then with Tafari with the whole background. It's really fun just getting all of that out of him, all that information. And so somewhere in the next couple of weeks, I'll go and bother Sykes about something. I think the little
Hey, nice.
brother-sister shenanigans situation going on here, and he sleeps above me, which is a mistake.
Oh.
Poke,
Yes.
poke, poke.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I've known those people. I've
So
known
I
those
need a
people.
glass of water.
No.
Shenanigans. I love it. So as we're gonna go raise somebody, as I was trying to do before I completely forgot about Janai. So yeah, we're gonna Laura Bones is online, so we're gonna go raid her. She is a wonderful world builder, writer, and all-around good egg. So you know, go over there, spread some love, give her a follow. She streams quite a lot, does a lot of world building and world writing, tends to do a lot of the World Anvil stuff. So if you know World Anvil and the various different competition writing things that they do, she also does that. So you know, send her some love and give her a follow. But I will be back tomorrow with some Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate, and then probably later on that day some Graveyard Keeper. Because I'm really enjoying that game. And as I said earlier today, there will be no D&D on Sunday as we are down 3 players. So it's rather than trying to soldier on with one, decided to actually just skip it this week. But so I'll be doing something else. Don't know what it'll be something, but you know, just watch the channel, see what happens, because I have no idea what's going to happen. All right. Without further ado, I will see you all next time in a stream. Love yourselves, love each other, and see you soon. Bye!